Jared, switch to red 1. You don't know us, because we don't want to be known, random org no one knows. Fucking Care Bears. Torpedo burrito, loaded in the front, fired out the rear. Answer the call. 2016. Your cargo, your responsibility. Answer the call. 2016. Soon. TM. I do my research. Tesseract. A PvP solution is preferred. Pyro 2021. Beam Citizen. What the fuck is this guy doing? Everyone in Mongrel Squad. Kill. This is indeed valid gameplay, be careful out there. It'll be ready when it's ready. I didn't consent to this PvP. Lost Spectrum Dweller. Better watch out dropping knowledge bombs like that, Morph may try to get you nerfed. What does a man do? And we're like, yeah no shit, we know it's missing. Two weeks. That's not being a pirate, that's just being a murder hobo, Disney pirate. Yeah, it punches above its weight class. Jared, switch to red 1. Deleted by Knight Rider Sig. Rear impact warning. You don't know us, because we don't want to be known, random org no one knows. What does a man do? The only constant in game development is change. You're not a pirate, you're a marauder, screenlicker who doesn't know the difference between the two. We're not going to release a ship that doesn't have its intended gameplay complete, Sig, apparently. Pyro 2020. Two weeks. Everyone loves Vag, DG 360. Imagine. And we're like, yeah no shit, we know it's missing. Your cargo, your responsibility. Answer the Call, 2016. It's Alpha. You're not a pirate, you're a marauder, screen licker who doesn't know the difference between the two. Yeah, it punches above its weight class. Bounty must be collected. It'll be ready when it's ready. Soon, TM. And we're like, yeah, no shit, we know it's missing.
And we're live.
That's crazy. I'm fucking digging up like 2 or 3 year old screenshots from those things, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bloody, I've got folders and folders of bloody screenshots from years ago now.
Yeah, but it's one of those things like where you have screenshots where I like have no idea, like I don't expect you to have those, you know what I mean?
I have screenshots of everything. Hello. How are you all? Mongrel ears? There's not going to be any mongrel ears. Not yet, anyway. Probably not for a long time. How we all doing? Star Citizen is broken. What else is new?
Doing great. Also, by the way, we are just over 100 subs away from reaching 10,000 subscribers. Can we do it today? Unlikely. Can we do it this week? Maybe. It's pretty likely. Anyways, I'd like to thank you very much for offering your support and your viewership and engagement to this channel. We put a lot of hard work and effort and time and effort into this thing. We really appreciate you all being here. Thank you very much.
Dobbs face reveal at 10k. We've already established that he's going to do it. It just may not be his face.
Yeah.
The road to 10k. Who will reach 10k first? Will we get 10k before 3... I was going to say 318.1, but I'm pretty sure the servers went down for 318.1.
On it was a feet reveal. Dude, you do not want to see my feet. I don't think you've heard the story of my toenail debacle. The NA guys know about it.
Yeah, I know about it too. I remember you telling me about it. You Sorrel's face, I'll never want to see you again. Are your feet as meaty as your hands, Dobbs? Do you have meaty hands, Dobbs?
I do. I really don't have meaty hands. Dude, I'm 140. I'm 145 pounds, dude. I'm not that big of a person, man.
145 really pounds. What's like that in? What's that in bloody the rest of the world measurements? Is it socialist? Socialist?
My hands are perfectly proportional to my body. I think they're just fine. I don't have meat hooks, man. I don't have fucking bear paws.
I'm looking this up. You said 145. Yeah. Google's listening. Holy shit. Dobbs.
Yeah, dude. I'm 5'10", 145.
Yeah. 65 kilos. That's
I never
tiny.
I never claimed that I was like some big fucking meaty, beefy person.
Dobbs has Dobby hands.
I don't even know what that means.
Oh man. Kestrel apparently can bench you.
That's cool. Someone skinny plays Star Citizen. Yeah, I know. It's usually a bunch of fucking fat fucks and whales. I'm the outlier, guys. Congratulations.
Old people, Dobbs. You forgot that. It's all old people now. All right. I think it's time we got started. So we got 4 videos to react to today, and if you haven't read the description, they're already there. I didn't do my due diligence to get all the fucking links ready. Define old. I'm gonna say everybody over the... What was it? Everyone over the age of 30, I think, would be classified as old.
No, I started getting gray hairs when I turned 18. I guess that could be old, right?
Everyone gets grey hairs at that age.
What'd you say?
Everyone gets grey hairs at that age.
I thought you said no one gets it. I was like, are you kidding me?
Normally it's just random ones though. 1990 was 20 years ago. Ooh, I know that feeling. 1990 was not 20 years ago.
Yeah, man. Like when I grow my hair out, it's really like my hair has like this silver sheen to it. There's a lot of gray hairs.
All right. We're going to go switch over to this scene now. I'm going to get moving on with the videos. The first video that we're reacting to is the last Inside Star Citizen for the quarter. So there's not going to be another one for the next 3-4 weeks. I can't remember. But yeah, we're going to watch 150. And I do remember watching it. I don't remember the content.
You have to say it the way the title reads it, Agents. You have to say it the way the title reads it.
Oh, 150. 150. 150. All right. Let's watch Inside Star Citizen 150 because I can't remember anything that's in it, even though I did watch it last week.
Yes, that's actually true. Neither can I.
As the first quarter of 2023 comes to a close, we're hitting a few milestones here for what we call internally the Evergreen Content Team. That's the folks that are dedicated to the creation of weekly, recurring, some might say evergreen video content. For Inside Star Citizen, today's show represents the completion of our 4th year and 150th episode since that first evolution from Around the Verse in 2019. And when you factor in...
Who misses Around the Verse?
I
wasn't around back then, but it was pretty good. I kind of wish we had that instead of Inside Star Citizen. Thoughts on that, guys?
Yeah, what I personally missed was Reverse-a-Verse, where it felt kind of like they were making it up as they went, which they were most of the time, which I kind of liked. Kind of like that they were just improv.
Metroximus is in chat. Oh, by the way, Agents, I have something to speak to you about after the stream.
And the legacy of ATV and Wingman's Hangar before that.
No, it's fine.
We're now just passing the 450th episode of this continuing
most of the time you come to me with bad news,
unlike anything you'll find from any game developer anywhere else. And yet, somehow, still, we never show anything good.
We never show anything good. Yeah, look at that face. Seriously.
It also marks the personal completion for me of 8 years shepherding over 1,200 videos showcasing the creation of this project. Even that one holiday live stream we don't like to talk about anymore. So, to sign us off for this quarter before we go about our regularly scheduled hiatus, we're bringing back an old favorite, that grab bag of tiny looks at various aspects from all over development, the Sprint Report.
Just gonna quickly post. Hey, Jack O'Neill, they'll never bring 10 for the chairman back because they do not want Chris Roberts ever committing more features to the game being built.
Christ.
Every
10 for the
fucking
chairman
episode
was so bad.
Every episode every episode somebody would ask a question and Chris Roberts would go, yeah, we're gonna do that now, and just go off on a random tangent.
And you hear the developers behind the curtains fucking screaming. Oh my god, more work, fucking feature creep, scope creep, everything creep. Just shut the fuck up, Chris. The reason why we have this, like, the reason why this game is what it is now is quite literally because of 10 for the chairman. Like,
100%.
like, just shut up, Chris. Just
connected his phone
keep
to
working
only
on Squadron 42.
ChatGPT.
Stay away from Star Citizen right now.
Yeah.
Now, for those of you who maybe have never seen one of these before, a sprint is what we call the internal 2-week cadence where developers go off on a task, come back to check in, see everyone's progress, get some notes, and then either move on to something else or go back for another 2-week sprint on the same feature. So, what that means is what you're going to see here this week is actually internal developer art, the kind they don't usually make to be seen publicly. It's not the flashy and somewhat mentally unstable work of the ISC gameplay capture team, who have been on quite a streak recently, possibly because we changed their medications. So without further ado, let's jump into the Inside Star Citizen Q1 2023 Sprint Report and Clam Bake Showdown. I'm assuming that editorial will put a nice,
I really need to work on these goddamn titles, man. Jesus Christ.
Also, there's no Clam Bake Showdown. I don't know why I said that. Let's start things off with some spacecraft and vehicles, where there was recently a small...
Look at that fucking turret, Agents. Ain't that something?
I can't see most of it because you paused on a really shit frame. I can see the mount for it.
That was by design. Yeah.
Okay.
Onboarding task for a new hire to update the remote turrets for the 600i from Origin, which you can see here. I think we...
God, the shape language is just immaculate. Fucking
it's
love
like
it, man. Wow.
I just look at that and I'm like, it just looks like a miniature 600i. They've just shrunk down the geometry of a 600i and just slapped it on a turret mount and gone, there we go. That's what it looks like to me.
Hey man, you gotta make things uniform. Shut up.
We can all agree it's a noticeable improvement over what's in the game today. And if you watched last week's ISC on the upcoming changes to tractor beams and Alpha 319 and beyond, you might have noticed the Argo SRV flying around in that Beyond section.
It wasn't actually flying. I'm almost completely certain that it was just a 3D model that was just shoved into the simulation, and yeah, it wasn't. It was
100% flying. It was 100% flying. It was just missing the special effects. It's
Look,
it's okay, Dobbs.
Suspension of disbelief, Asians. I get it, but that's just not what happened.
No, it was fine. It's in final art phase, so it's going to be coming out in 3.18.2, right?
I am getting one, guys. SRV at Invictus. Thoughts on that? I think so. My CC was ready. I'm going to get my fucking tow truck.
I've already got a CC ready to go for it too.
I am ready for my Caterpillar to also have its tractor beams. I want my Caterpillar to have its tractor beams. Agents.
I just want...
Here's a closer look at its progress as it currently makes its way through final art towards a scheduled release later this year. Now, for those who follow the progress tracker on the public roadmap, here are your first looks at 3 vehicles currently making their journeys throughout the pipeline, starting with the RSI Lynx Rover, companion sojourner to the famous Ursa we all know and love, an often found package with the luxurious Constellation Phoenix. It's currently in gray box phase, and it's nice to see the RSI styling continue to evolve. Especially with those tires. I mean, I'm not usually a tires are cool dude, but those are cool tires, right?
What do you think about those tires, Agents?
Shit. I hate them.
Let's get a poll in chat on the consensus for the tires, good or bad.
I'll make a poll. Engage with your audience. Start a poll.
Listen, I really think we need to get several opinions on this so we can form a consensus on how exactly that fucking tire looks. I mean, don't just look at the rubber, right? Even if that is rubber, look at the entire shape language, guys. It's really something if you take it all in. Who cares about the? Shut up, coconut.
There you go. Are the links tire shit or not?
Sometimes, like, look, the game is barely playable right now. We need to put our focus on the things that matter. All right?
What? No. Imagine all those people being wrong. Need to create like a little widget when we do these, so that you can actually see it up on the stream.
Let's move on.
And as we move inside, we can take a look at the cockpit coming along. And then there's the rear, which is at the...
I have a problem with this. Why the fuck are there wine glasses and wine bottles on the fucking shelves? Okay, anyone who's ever driven a ground vehicle in Star Citizen knows that if you just hit the tiniest little bit of geometry, or the ground just slightly is curved or isn't as flat, you'll be fucking bouncing around doing flips and fucking rolls and everything. And like, these fucking drinks better be fucking screwed into the foundation of this fucking rover. If I know CIG, like I know CIG, all these cups and all these bottles, they're all physicalized. What's going to happen is that everyone's going to be on that in the back, just fucking in their seats, enjoying, sipping their wine and everything. And then this fucking rover's going to flip over on literally nothing. All these glasses are going to fall off the shelves. They're going to clip into the fucking physics grid of the fucking rover, and it's going to blow up, killing everybody inside. I honestly cannot wait for that pure Star Citizen experience. What do you think, Agens?
I think it's just par for the course, really. Like every other ship that, was it all the new ships that have stuff in them? The Redeemer, the new Pisces variant, the 300 series. Like they've all got stuff floating around them, and you can throw them around without any sort of issue. I don't think you'll have that much of an issue until you pick up one of the items and put it somewhere else. And then that's when everything goes to fucking shit. And for Kane, next thing in the pledge store, tire paints? No, it'll be tire patterns. That's what they'll do. They'll do tire patterns.
No. They'll kind of do it the way they do it on like on the Hollywood Boulevard, where they imprint people's like handprints. What they'll do is that they'll drive over a piece of wet cement, and they'll sell that when it dries.
Yeah.
The tire tracks. Yeah.
Back, and which is already far more fancy than its Ursa brethren. Okay, I thought the tires were cool, but can a chair also be cool? Because that looks like a comfy-ass chair.
Do we need to do a poll for the chairs, too?
Can I say that?
The poll for the Lynx tires is up right now.
Good job.
We're only sitting at
There's
29
also
votes.
the Crusader Spirit, which just entered Greybox phase recently. You can see here early work on the exterior, making certain every part of it matches the metrics laid out in the white box phase before it.
I only care about the Spirit series because of the Bomber variant and what I want to try and do with it.
I guess, yeah.
10 bombs isn't much, but, I hope that CIG creates the ability of making, drop pods that you can just throw out the back. Or, place in the bomb bays. Place in the bomb bays, and you just fly over targets, and instead of dropping bombs, you're dropping Marines. Yeah, Baron, everybody's voting wrong, though. Halo ODST style, yes.
Which democracy are you talking about?
I don't care about tire politics anymore.
Then popping in through the rear of the ship, which, like the Lynx, is also in the back. And then into the cockpit that's looking, well, a bit contrasty at the moment. But that's not uncommon for Greybox phase, as this period is mostly about defining shape language and material breakup before everything gets refined later in final art phase. And then let's take a look at the Greybox bomb bay for the bomber variant that's being worked on in tandem with all the others. Finally, let's look at recent Greybox progress on the Apoa Santok Yai, the alien Shion fighter, where you can see the exterior coming along pretty well.
I'm already saying this now, but every time I see one of these things, I'm going to call it a Sty Fighter.
There's a joke in here somewhere when I'm looking at that.
What, Sty Fighter?
Yeah, there's something else. It reminds, like, the look of it reminds me of something. I don't exactly know what it is.
I don't know what you're on about. Like, this is Greybox, so it's not even final out yet, Dobbs.
But that's why I said, like, there's a joke in here somewhere, and I can't find it. I'm trying to think of something, but I just can't think of the name.
The thrusters are being modeled out.
All this talk
And they've
about
started
the Santok
exploring
Yai,
how the landing gear will work.
When am I gonna fucking hear about my cleaver?
That's the Van Dole ship, Dobbs. They're not going to sell that.
Yeah,
I've already said that.
Listen, we're on the topic of alien ships, right?
Yeah, they're not going to...
When am I going to hear about my goddamn cleaver?
When Squadron 42 comes out, that's when you're going to hear about it. That's when they're going to talk about it.
Oh, God, dude. Like, seriously. Fucking Legionnaire be damned, give me my goddamn cleaver. That's all. That's literally the only thing I want. I want that more than the Kraken. I want that more than the Pioneer. I want that more than any other ship in the game. Just give me my goddamn cleaver. That's it. Press the play button, Agents, for fuck's sake.
No, I'm showing something. Look at that fucking landing gear. Like, they're doing an exploration into the landing gear, and if you look at that, it's like two flimsy ass bloody legs there. But if you look all the way in the back, you can't see my fucking mouse. If you look all the way in the back at the bottom, you can see other legs that are at the back, or another leg at the back there. They're exploring the fucking landing gear. They struggle with the current landing gear. Like, and this thing just looks like it's just gonna cause the ship to flip over. Just, I don't understand why the Xi'an would just not make their ships float like they do with their fucking Nox. You know, the Nomad does it. Uses Xi'an tech to float, so it doesn't have actual landing gear. Why is one of the Xi'an fighters not using the exact same fucking tech? I don't understand why they'd need to explore this option when they already have a style language fucking for their landing gear. And yes, Baron, I agree. It looks more Tavaran. Like, this is something that I expected Tavaran to be using. Not the fucking Xi'an. Anyway, let's keep this going.
Experimenting with the shape language a bit to make certain they're beefy enough to believably hold the mass of this entire ship when all is said and done. And as for when you're going to see the 600i turret, the Lynx, the SRV, the Spirit, the Santok Yai, and more make their way into the persistent universe, I'd recommend, as always, keeping an eye on the public roadmap for details when they become available. Now let's move from ships that fly to winged creatures. As astute readers of the monthly report might already be aware, one of the many things the AI team is currently working on is pushing Boyd's development in the persistent universe. Now, Boyds are the algorithmic behavior of small creatures that can populate the planets and moons of the persistent universe, with a test here of condors slowly learning to avoid flying into mountains or drowning in the oceans beneath them.
god. Who loves birds, guys?
Condor Man. Nobody, huh? Just me? And then some work on ocean fish. Here, completely, totally, and utterly.
You know the thing about
Ocean
this is
fish.
that there are, if you've ever played Sea Thieves, everyone knows the absolute thrill of standing on a dock with your fishing pole and sitting there for 30 minutes pulling out the most basic ass fucking fish, and then you cook it and then you eat it. I want that experience in Star Citizen where I can just stand on a beach with a fishing pole, with an electronic fishing pole that'll just zap the fish and kill them, and I can cook them and eat them. That is
be a
the
beam.
Star Citizen experience that I
Why
want.
not just use a tractor beam?
Let me have my moment.
Just use a tractor beam just to pull them straight out of the water. Just
Yeah, because
fucking as
we're
it
playing
fly-
fucking Beam Citizen.
Yeah, that's right. Beam Citizen. Fucking just use your tractor beam attachment just to pull fish out of the fucking water. You know, what I expect to see on Hurston, though, is a three-eyed fish.
Fucking beam fishing. Yes. What I want to do, I want to use my ship tractor beam and like a fucking alien, like UFO, tractor beam, like just literally float above the above the surface of the water and just tractor beam up all the fish within the within the spherical influence of the tractor beam. And then I can eat fish all day, and that will be my source of food and drink. It's going to be great, guys. Space Fisherman is here now today.
Star
When
fisherman.
4.0 comes out.
Yep. Confirmed. You're going to be fishing on Pyro. See, this is why there's no more 10 for the chairman, because Chris Roberts would have picked up on that straight away and just would have run with it.
No, see, like, they're probably doing, like, internal 10s for the chairman. Like, the devs get to ask him questions.
Yeah, because they're probably still wondering, you know, like, what are we supposed to do in this fucking game?
Yeah, because they're probably going at him and being like, hey, can we make this? I would really like to see this. And he's like, yeah, sure, why not? We have the fucking money. Why the fuck? Yeah, do it.
They'd be like, no, it'd be more like, Chris, remember when you were talking about this in this random ass episode? Or, Chris, I'm now working on this particular feature and there's no design documentation on it. What the fuck is this supposed to be?
I want butchering to be a thing in this game. Like, I want to slay a wild boar. So, like, I can't even keep a straight face when I'm talking about this, but like, wouldn't it be fucking goofy if I were to hunt for like space boar on some fucking planet and take it back to my ship, fucking skin it, butcher it, fucking grill it and eat it, dude. That's the true Star Citizen experience, guys. That's the kind of gameplay that's actively being worked on right now in development, and that is where your hard-earned cash is going.
You know, I'm surprised, like, this area brought up a point. Fish in the water is the next step to space whales, and I'm like, why didn't they test using Finleys? You know, the Finley stuffed dolls just floating around to simulate space whales. You know, there was a perfect opportunity for the, content team right there to meme up Boyd's, and they fucking missed it. They missed the opportunity.
Just make it easy and put all the Earth creatures on every single planet and moon across the Star Citizen galaxy. I'd love to see the lore team try to explain that one.
Because Chris would ask them to be added to the game.
I would love to see the lore team explain how there's fucking dogs and elephants in some fucking Vandul planet out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Really? Like...
Space gardening when we've only just got Boyd's. Calm down. Technically you can go out bloody harvesting food if you want. You can already do that on Hurston. You just gotta go out there and find it. Right, let's get this going.
Unanimated
spacecraft, man.
It's just a test of behaviors here, people. without all the motion parameters that'll make them look good
They
one
sent
day.
Noah's Ark to Stanton. Duh. Got it.
Now, I'm
Thank
including
you.
this as a test. If I see all you out there on the internet's like, these Star Citizen fish look great, I'm gonna know you don't listen to a word I'm saying. My feelings will be hurt.
I'm sorry, Jared.
Meanwhile, the Interactables team, formerly known as the Props team, have been running through and physicalizing a bunch of assets for the persistent universe, like these weights for gyms like the ones you might find in New Babbage.
I am putting a call out right now. When this is actually in game, somebody is going to make one of those cheesy ass fucking 80s workout tapes using these fucking weights. And it's quite possibly going to be the best thing in all creation. Calling you right now. It's going to happen. You heard it here first from
It's going to be Dobbs. Dobbs is going to do it.
I mean, hey, if I'm fucking bored and have nothing else to do, why the fuck not, right? All you fat motherfuckers need some exercise anyways.
Similar to the fish we just watched, this is also before animation has had their chance to contribute. So let's not judge the throwing form being displayed here. Still, it's nice to see even the littlest things in the verse behave naturally with realistic math and physics whenever possible.
Now, we can tell
Realistic math and physics.
that was in a developer zoo environment. We can tell because the weight did not return to their hand.
Yeah, I know.
After throwing it. Because any throwable right now, you can throw it, and then half a second later, it will reappear in your hand. Who was it? Somebody, I think it was on YouTube or Twitter. There was a clip I remember watching of somebody who saying that along the lines of they shouldn't be using their grenades.
You'll need to lift those to get your strength attribute higher. Oh my god, dude. Tell those unlocked the secret.
Oh god. Oh yeah, the coffee cups.
Key right there.
Those are gonna. I guarantee those fucking mugs are gonna be on the subscriber store. Let's watch.
To make things behave as you'd expect them to also extends to the coffee machines of the verse,
would like
with
that
a
mug.
pass recently done to go through and repair their broken functionality. Now, I did consider turning this section into an update on either bartender or mess hall features, just for old time's sake. But someone who will go unnamed stopped me. Just know that there are...
I want a mug that has Care Bear tears on it. Thoughts on that, guys? Who here would buy that from the pledge store or from the subscriber store if that was a thing? Raise your hands. Okay? I should be seeing hands everywhere. I would get it.
Just know that there are heroes out there looking out for each and every one of you. Also, it looks like the team developed a few new coffee mugs along the way. We'll just let this video play for a bit, see a couple coffee cups in action, and think about how much bartender stuff I'm not talking about right now.
Also, that brand new coffee maker looks great.
Speaking of bartenders, if you want some Interactables of your own, there's this new set of Star Citizen pint glasses up for pre-order on the web store. I asked if they wanted me to promote them.
Don't pay attention to the game,
and they
guys.
Said
we know the game is bad.
Probably do something silly and stupid with it.
Store, guys.
And I said, leave it with me.
Buy these, please.
And they said,
don't look at the game. Just go to the pledge store.
And I said, no problem. And here we are. Back to the Interactables team, they've also been prototyping a new way to hang a variety of posters on the walls of the player habs and spacecraft with these new, expanding electronic devices that could...
If this is going to be like the same thing as the paints, where they don't give the players... It's like this is going to be the hex code this is going to be the hex code bullshit all over again, right? Like I want to put my own images. I want to put my own images on these fucking posters, and I want to put them in my shit. Like, look, I understand the problem with giving the players too much freedom. I get that. I understand, and I don't care. I still want my own images on these posters.
Could let you decor space that's marked up for them. The
It would be funny though to sneak onto somebody's ship if there's these hooks there and just fucking like fill their ship up, all the bloody wall points, with just like a random face. Every single one, just this random face. And yeah, more than likely Telva's got it. Like, there's just gonna be fucking porn everywhere. That's why we'll never get that feature.
Prototyping here is using common adverts for in-universe events, but the possibilities of this feature become apparent very quickly in allowing players to not only decorate their spaces, but to collect and memorialize important moments from their time in the persistent universe, to take missions to set up flyers for in-game shops or events, post bulletins for bounty missions, and much, much more. And this last bit is from both the Interactables and Mission Feature team, who have been developing the next dangerous new contraband to sweep its way through the persistent universe, grasping weevil eggs. Grasping weevil eggs. Is this what's the file name? Oh, no, that's what it is. Huh.
Thank you, Jared.
I thought this was already in the game. This is one of the items that you could get from fucking SBK, right? Like, I know that we've been able to get grasping weevil eggs as a an item to pick up from certain locations for delivery missions. You can get it at SBK now. They actually, one of those boxes actually can make a lot. But I'm surprised that this is being brought up as something new. I remember this. That's why I was confused by it.
Let's switch on over to the environment, planetary, and lighting team's work with these images of updated atmosphere progress for the planet Hurston, which adds a stronger layer of pollution much closer to the planet's surface.
You know me, I'm a fucking sucker for lighting.
Out of the atmosphere, add a richer gradient, and really just makes the place seem dirtier overall, which we can expect to play very well with the upcoming Loreville 2.0 in Alpha 3.19.
God, doesn't
some of
Loreville
which you
look
can see
great,
here.
Agents?
I'm just gonna let these images speak for themselves a bit.
Look at it. I love good lighting. You can't sit there and tell me that that doesn't look pretty cool.
Well, I can. You can't tell me what to do.
You'd be wrong.
And we'll take a deeper look at how light, atmosphere, and the new cityscape all come together in Alpha 3.19 when ISC returns from hiatus in just a few weeks. And while the atmosphere of Hurston is getting a little love, so too are the verdant forests of Microtech. As part of a greater overall overhaul we'll be discussing more of in the coming months, the forests of Microtech are receiving a performative refresh that will make the environment seem richer and denser visually, while providing more gameplay opportunities for cover during missions, racing, and other activities galore. The landing zone teams have also completed a sprint adding additional mission locations scattered around the planet Crusader in the style of resort hotels that can utilize overlays for pleasant, in-use active businesses as well as those taken over by the ever-present and vile Ninetails. Each new cluster is designed to be a procedural home for a variety of mission types and looks to draw players out from Orphanage and into the far corners of the gas giant.
Oh my god, multiple landing zones!
And down on the surface of Hurston, work is underway on an early white box phase of local law enforcement offices.
This actually interested me a lot that they finally started pushing in this direction.
Local jails where you can drop off bounties and shit?
Yeah, like this was actually something I brought up in a Spectrum post fucking years ago. I'm like, your rest stops don't make much sense. Like, you're missing security stations, you're missing your first aid outposts. Like, it's supposed to be a small town and you're missing crucial infrastructure. And obviously they've added the hospitals to the rest stops, and now we're going to start seeing law enforcement bloody posts. Yes, bounty must be collected.
A place for players to utilize the next evolution of bounty hunting gameplay we'll discuss more about later this year. To collect, or in this case, drop off the captured bodies of criminal outlaws collected by players. Now, the drop-off here is right up front, because in early tests, it was getting kind of weird just walking through the hallways, pushing bodies deeper and deeper into the facility. Unless you're into that sort of thing. Moist
I know
noodle.
a few of us here that are. He's calling out Moist Noodle.
Yeah.
You can then also check out the bounty boards to collect new missions here, or go forward into the shop and resupply as needed.
That's actually got me curious about the bounty boards now, because right now everything's on the mobiGlas and you just accept the mission, you got your bounty and you go. What this indicates to, is that if you want to get the bounties, like the most recent updated bounties, then you're going to have to go to these places to actually get that information.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I think like all these like locations and everything and the mobiGlas, I feel like they're kind of working against each other, because like the mobiGlas, it's like you have so many things that are so easily accessible at the push of a button, right? With missions and everything, but it's actively working against having to go to these locations to pick up missions and get things done, or discover things, or get missions and whatnot. I feel like, yeah, I like stuff like this because I feel like it encourages players to go to these specific locations to get missions, as opposed to them just going straight to your mobiGlas. You know what I mean?
You know for a fact that people are going to complain the moment that they have to do that, though. Like right now,
I don't care if it's. I really don't care if it's like one thing or the other, right? Like whatever. I don't really care about that. But I just feel like they're like both of these things are just kind of working against each other. Maybe like it's just specific missions that you have to go to specific mission givers or places for, and then the rest are simply the mobiGlas. Maybe it's tied to reputation. Like I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work, but yeah, like there's currently two particular ways that you can get missions.
Yeah, and like I think for this particular place, like Greedy brings up a good point, like it's a social area as well for bounties to group up, bounty hunters to group up and go out and work a bounty together. But I think that you're going to see a lot of pushback from the community early on, because essentially we've been trained that you do bounties by accepting through the mobiGlas, quantum traveling to the a really close point to the target, and then you engage, get the bounty or get the credits, and then open the mobiGlas up and rinse and repeat. And that's what a lot of people want to do or are doing right now. They're just grinding for credits, but they'll complain about this if they move bounty boards to being the only way that you can get bounties, if the bounty gameplay loop is really fucking boring. That's one of the things where I'm like I don't know if CIG's like, when they push this into the game, hopefully they have bounty hunting sorted out to the point where it's a lot more interesting than what it is now. Because that's one of the things that I think CIG needs to start focusing more on, is like getting the gameplay locked down, so that players feel more engaged when they introduce these new locations. Because it's becoming a pain experiencing, like, hey, we got this new location, you can't do anything with it though. The fucking, was it the cargo decks? Prime example. Cargo decks are fucking useless and pointless. They haven't been touched in so long now. So hopefully we don't end up with another fucking cargo deck situation with this bloody security station.
And there's an office for meetings, but who needs more of those in life? And then we bring ourselves to the detention area, where a number of cells can vary from location to location. I suspect that many of you will be looking forward to spending your time anywhere else besides Kleischer, even if it's just a jail and not a prison. Also in white boxes, the pre-production blockouts for a variety of building interior modules that will fit inside the towering skyscrapers of New Babbage on Microtech, being developed and tested in situ simultaneously to work out and discover anything developers might not have considered or recognized as necessary in the original mandate. The idea here is that once the player lands, they would enter this particular interior from the very top, encountering a lobby and expected elevators. Then, after a brief trip down, emerge into a number of different interior modules, such as block of player apartments, seen in the example
aren't
here.
you excited for building interiors?
Like, I'm curious as to why they're continuing these types of explorations when they've already demonstrated, you know, the ability to do this sort of stuff with Orphanage.
Well, they have
Like,
to a degree. They have to a degree whereas like in the Orphanage buildings, for example, there's like out of like the several dozens of floors that they have in those buildings, only like 3 of them are accessible, right? What they're trying to do is that they're trying to increase that by a significant degree, multiple levels, like technical, commercial, recreational, housing, things like that. It's like they're just expanding on it, really. And it's also another thing. It's like it's one of these things it's really going to make the cities feel like actual cities. You know what I mean? Because I for one think this is actually really interesting, and one of the things where, because like everyone knows, like we've played fucking video games before where you look at these trailers and they're like, oh wow, like these massive fucking giant ass cities, and there's only like a very, very small playable part of it. And that's always been like a fucking aching point for gamers. It's like people fucking market these giant fucking cities and you can really only walk around like less than 1% of it. It's just kind of stupid. And when we see stuff like this, it's like, oh wow, really, it's like, oh wow, this is really cool. Now these cities, they actually feel like cities where you can explore the vast majority of it rather than, you know, just a tiny part of it. And I know I'm kind of like hopiuming here, but we're actually like seeing fucking, you know, previs gameplay of this as opposed to just concept stuff, which is nice to see.
So one of the things that I want to bring up, from part of the reason why, you know, cities don't have every single building that you can go into and things like that, is purely because a lot of that content isn't going to get explored or seen or, you know, be interacted with at all. Like, just look at Stanton. We're dealing with, you know, huge moons and planets, and can guarantee you that there's quite a lot of places that players just have never been, and there'll be quite a lot of places in this game that players just won't ever go to unless there's a, you know, a desperate need or just even a basic need to go there. I'm confused by this exploration into what they're doing though, because they've already got demonstrable examples of previous work that they've gone through and done a lot of this already. And that's why I'm confused why I'm seeing this here, you know, like in this sort of form factor. You'd think that after all this time that they've spent, you know, building out interiors for fucking buildings and shit like that, that they would already have this portion locked down and that they would be moving on to the next part. Not saying that, you know, like, bloody fucking the sky is falling or anything like that, but it's confusing to me that we're this far in the development and they're still doing this particular phase. Myself personally, I just look at this and I'm like, feels like they're still dragging their feet on certain things that they should be a lot further along.
So you're okay with this, you just wish it came sooner?
Well, no. I'm pretty sure we've already seen shit like this sooner. I want to know why the fuck we're still seeing it. That's the problem. Like, they've already got demonstrable examples of building interiors that they've done and worked on. This is not the next iterative step in from what I'm seeing right here, this is like them going back to square one and redoing it again. You know, like, why? They've already got examples of buildings and
I think
interiors.
they're adding different kinds of spaces. I think they're adding like different kinds of spaces, but these spaces should have like gameplay associated with it. Whereas like the rooms in Orphanage, the floors, they're just basically floors with no real like. There's nothing really in them. You know what I mean? Like for instance, like with these apartment levels, it's supposed to facilitate like actual player housing in these cities and whatnot. And the same thing with like commercial districts, like are supposed to have gameplay. And even with like the underground tunnels too, it's like the underground tunnels and everything that are supposed to like be networks between buildings. Like it's a huge undertaking, and I'm not sure that they can pull from what they've already done to achieve something like that. It's going to require a lot of like a lot of effort to like redo. Essentially, they basically have to scrap the entire city. Not necessarily, but they have to like redo a whole bunch of foundation for it to work and be cohesive.
Yeah, I still think that they should have been further along on this front, though. Like, I don't
didn't they say in the Inside Star Citizen that they just started working on it in this quarter?
Building interiors.
Yeah. In the ISC where what was it, Ian Leyland, the lead concept artist, who said that they were going to start production on this at the start of quarter 2 or at the start of quarter 1. I'm not exactly sure what, but they started production on this during this point in time.
Did they specify what type of building interiors? Because we've had building interiors for quite some time now.
You want me to go back and check? I'll fucking whatever. I'll go check. Hold on.
Like, the point that I'm getting at is that we should, like, this should be a lot further along, considering the amount of time that they've spent doing building interiors already. And that's why I'm confused. Why the fuck am I looking at this as opposed to something that's a lot further along, especially considering that they've got procedural tools that are supposed to help with this. Like, it's confusing to me. That's the point that I'm making.
I just watched the episode, and I just watched the part that said start full production of this right at the end of this quarter. That's basically all he said. And that was posted on February 9th, 2023.
We've had fucking bloody building interiors for a long time. So unless they're making a new like prefab set, which is a possibility because it's new Babbage that they're showing, maybe, but you know, once again, I'm confused. Like, we've had building interiors for a long time. How fast they can make interiors now? This is slow then. Like, fucking, we should almost be seeing something finished with how long that they've had to develop on this. Like, we've had interiors for a long time now.
They're showcasing how fast they can make it. Yeah, maybe. Just look at those windows.
And speaking of modular interiors, the Montreal Tools team continues their work refining the very process used to make locations for the persistent universe, including several sprints on something called the PU Locations tool, a plugin that artists and designers can use to build and iterate modular locations quickly for the various star systems of the persistent universe. What you're seeing here is the PU Locations tool fully integrated into the game editor, where this person has decided they wish to create a space clinic in Pyro. No doubt a location players will visit quite often in the lawless frontier that awaits. Next, let's cook the first module, which is the lobby and includes the relevant connectors necessary so that the player can traverse from one room to the other without falling through into the cold depths of space. It's important that players feel safe in their space stations, at least from the...
We've seen this already though. Like, probably I think the only thing that sounds new out of everything that they've just said is that they've integrated it with the in-game editor. From memory, when we first saw this, which was nearly 3 years ago, it was an external tool. Jack, I really don't care about the apartments. I'm talking more about building interiors. The point that I'm trying to make here is that they're showing us something that they're trying to say is, you know, like, hey, check this out, it's new. It's like, it might look new to people who just started fucking back in the game, but I've seen this before. The assets have changed slightly, but that's because that they've just added more bloody models. The tool is still the same.
Back in my day.
But that's the concerning part out of all this, is that they're still going through all this grey box shit. It's like, they fucking need to be banging this shit out faster now. You'll see how this tool will change the theme of the assets. No. Previous tool didn't do that. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did.
The environment art. Legal.
I specifically remember because they demonstrated how the prefabs would change based on the manufacturer. So they were demonstrating the difference between Aceto and one of the other research companies, and doing asset flips that way and just changing on the fly. This was when we first saw
they're called overlays, if I'm not mistaken.
Legal note, this does not extend to elevators, which are a unique curse upon players and developers alike.
Like, a lot of this we've already seen.
God, Metroximus, if you're in chat, I really love what you guys are doing with the
Next is what's called the Universal
Room,
which is a super fancy programmer term for hallway.
Always. Yeah,
they know it's true.
I remember that.
We can even change the seed if we don't like that particular hallway and generate another and another, each one creating the various connectors needed for us to continue building. And then some side rooms, or in rare cases, a rear room, which is usually at the back. Some shops like the pharmacy. Oops, insert. I'm going to leave that in there for solidarity with developer pain. Now let's go inside and start cooking some overlays, which is basically everything involved in the set decor that will further distinguish one space clinic from the next.
Like, this is them demonstrating a tool, which, once again, like, we've seen them demonstrate this tool. It's obviously iterated, gotten a lot further along. It's great for the, you know, new backers, but for, and this is actually something that I've noticed a lot with CIG's content that they've been putting out, is that a lot of it's focused on trying to draw new people in, and the backers who have been here for ages are kind of just sitting there going, all right, well, we've already seen all this. What have you got for us? Like, and just to riff off what you're talking about there, though, Quit. It's all well and good that they're showing us in this video, but I don't fucking care about seeing it in a video anymore. I want to see it in the game. The thing about this is that, like, we should really be experiencing, you know, the speed of these tools, not through the videos themselves, but, you know, the integration into the game. Hey, you know, we're adding all these extra areas, which is kind of what we've seen in 3.18 to a certain degree. But for me, it's like, I've seen a lot of this already. It's great to see them, you know, still iterating on these tools. But at the same time, it still feels like they're dragging their feet on some of this. It's like, look, you know, fucking just get the shit in there already. And again, this is out of ignorance. This is out of ignorance to, you know, all the pain points they had to deal with, you know, updates that they've had to do, you know, updating tech as they're going along. You know, I understand the point from a programmer's perspective of the pain that you can go through of trying to, you know, update something and then going, yeah, it'll only take me an hour, and then 2 days later you're still fucking trying to work out why it's not working. Still, the point still stands, like, fucking, we really need more locations. Really need more locations. Not only in Stanton, but, like, you know, fucking everywhere else. So, you know, like, what I'm hoping that is that when we get Pyro, it's like, alright, fucking, we start seeing more systems coming sooner rather than later. And I'm not talking like, you know, like, oh, 2 years later we get another system. It's like, next patch cycle we get a system. The next, you know, patch cycle after that we get 5. Like, really, that's what we should be trying to, you know, that's what CIG should be trying to push themselves for. Right, let's finish
Things
this
are
off.
pretty generic
We've
at
been
the
on
moment.
this one for a
So
long
we turn
time.
on our viz areas, check our tags, start the cook, and whoa, nice. We move forward. Looks like we forgot to cook a container. Easy enough. We're not going to put rooms here, so let's go ahead and start closing these connectors off. And then we can cook us up another overlay for this side room here.
This is the other concern that I have. Like, there's a lot of manual process happening here where, you know, they're clicking the button to go, oh shit, there's something missing, I'll just fix that. Fucking, you know, how long are they actually going to spend on building these locations out? Like, I really hope that they've got these tools locked down. I really hope that they're pushing to lock these tools down to the point where it's like they press the button to generate and they go, all right, random building. And we've seen them do this already. Random building, bang, 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 done. Or like moon and populate it. This is how many mining outposts we want it to have. Research outposts, bloody fucking manufacturing facilities, whatever. You know, just set the parameters in a bloody editor and then just hit generate, and it generates the buildings, it generates the the caves, it generates everything. And you know, the level designer just sits there and waits for it to finish, you know, building it all out, and then they go in and they start checking things. Because this process here in particular, like, it's cool, like they're demonstrating this, but as somebody who's already seen them do this sort of shit in the past, and I'm not seeing much new things happening here, I would like to know, you know, the next step that they're taking.
Nice. And this process is repeated in all subsequent rooms, and overall it's another terrific example of how game development is exponential and absolutely non-linear in progress. Now, as asset libraries are built and grown and tools are conceived and iterated on, the progress you can make at one point should be exceeded by the next, and overall becomes a continuing reminder that the struggle of what comes before is necessary and right to birth the improved technologies, efficiencies, and general effectivenesses of everything that comes next, including a new version that does everything you just saw in one click that recently became available to developers.
The thing that I was
and while
talking
we're
about.
talking new technologies,
That's what
let's
needs
wrap
to
things
happen.
up this week with some work from the PU character art team, which had a small sprint working to convert some of our older legacy assets to newer resources that have been developed over recent years, including Layer Blend V2 and the ability to spawn items with specific levels of wear and decay. So this means that not every version you find out in the verse is going to look exactly the same. The team is also using the opportunity to discover more chances to further modularize existing armors like the Nomad and Light Outlaw you're seeing here, as well as many more we'll be showcasing later this year. It's part of a continuing effort to add more customization to what you wear in both the new stuff that's coming down the pipeline and what's already there in the persistent universe. And that customization also extends to a variety of tints that can be used for spawning armor variants within the universe, which you can see in some early explorations here. This will allow mission and location designers to specify specific variations of components and tints for different areas, or use procedural tools to randomly generate dozens and dozens of variations for each outfit. And when that gets extended to many of the outfits already within the universe, this will get us a far greater variety of things within the persistent universe than we have today. And oh heck, I know I said we were going to wait until our last big segment on Lorville in just a couple weeks once we return from hiatus, but let's go ahead and leave you with just a few shots of the absolutely fantastic work the lighting team is doing, bringing this new Lorville 2.0 to life.
Oh god, more lighting. I came back just in time. Agents, look at it.
I'm gonna shut up and let several thousand words of images do the talking instead.
Doesn't it look fucking great, Agents? You know what? Don't answer that. Just look at it.
So what did we learn this week? Well, we learned that there are, as always, a
great.
lot of ships and vehicles in the pipeline, all scheduled to make their way to the persistent universe throughout the remainder of this year. That work to bring fauna to the persistent universe is back on the menu. That grasping weevil eggs are a thing, as is the continuing work to physicalize as many aspects of Star Citizen as possible. That locations, new and old, continue to be iterated on and improved upon, as do the tools our team members use to create them, and that boy howdy gee willikers, I'm pretty certain we're just gonna park the only constant outside Lorville at night for all of Star Citizen Live next quarter. Now, as we're at the end of this quarter, ISC is going on its regularly scheduled hiatus, but the work doesn't stop there. Next quarter, we'll be back with our final looks at Lorville 2.0 before it goes live in Alpha 3.19. We're gonna take a deeper look at the vast changes and improvements coming to Arena Commander after that, as well as the new derelict settlement towns, new player experience tutorial, a sequel to the buggy racetrack in Orizon, but for Microtech, explorations of the new ships and vehicles arriving at this year's Invictus launch week, a discussion with superstar concept artist Gavin Rothery about envisioning more ships for Star Citizen than anyone else alive. We're going to look ahead to a whole bunch of new features coming in Alpha 3.20, and then of course continuing our journey to 4.0 here and there along the way.
Meshing together.
It's been one hell
part
of
2.
an 8 years, and the last 4 of them bringing 150 episodes of this show to you has been a blast.
We're on the road to Para,
And
though.
we're still getting better at doing so each and every week.
No, Agents, we're
I
on the
can say
journey
that
to
because I'm not talking
4.0.
about myself.
Like,
I'm
this is why
referring
you're
to
not a
the
marketing
talents and
guy,
work
dude. You need
of
to get your
Will,
slogans right.
Dave, Alex, Casey, Jill,
to
Stephanie,
Para.
Amanda, Caroline, Tom, David, Luke, Justin, Jake, Vicky, and now Mercy. Welcome to the team, who have all made this last year the best one yet. Thanks for putting up with me, and here's to another 150 more. Oh, and if you've noticed and liked the 10 different memes that have been here on the screen all quarter, we'll be releasing to the social media later this week. I can tell you they make great phone wallpapers. For Inside Star Citizen, I'm Jared Huckabee. Thanks for watching, thanks for 150 episodes, and we'll see you back here in about a month.
You attack the
Just
elevators.
look at this B-roll. Look at this B-roll. Ain't it something? That is great. This too. Oh, so relatable. So fucking relatable to what we experience in-game. Same with this too. You'll walk out and then boom, you fucking fall to your death. I've experienced this personally many times, and I like that it's finally actualized in actual Star Citizen media content.
All they've done is just
now
confirm
this,
that
I will admit,
all they've done is just confirm that that's exactly how it's supposed to work.
I will admit this is a little bit far-fetched. Maybe it's like nightmare fuel, but hey, it's how everyone feels. Let's be honest here.
Oh, man.
Thank you, Inside Star Citizen, for that great and informative video.
Yeah, that was Inside Star Citizen. Like, we spent a lot of time on that one particular episode, so I'm just going to move us straight into the next thing.
Hey, no, agents, wait a minute. Before you do that, I have something that I need to show you that I think should be shown on stream. If you go into org chat and scroll up just a little bit, you'll find something, and I think you'll know it when you see it. It has 11 Keck W's on it.
Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Let's open the original. There we go. If I'd spent more time, I would have bloody done that 100%. Just gonna go full screen with that, and there you go.
Incredible.
That's
Get
going
a good look
on
at that, ladies and gentlemen.
That's going on the inspiration. Star Citizen inspiration backgrounds. Love it. It's good.
Now, you can. I am willing to release all rights to this if anybody watching wants to use this for any future screenshot contests, for wallpaper engine, desktop wallpapers in general. If you want to use this on, like, you know, birthday cards or Christmas cards or anything like that, I'm more than happy to let you do that. And Rassi as well in chat, he's also willing to do that as well, because look at that smile on his face. Look at it. It's great.
Oh, man. Good meme. There's something there. Why is this not? There we go. Yes, so that's definitely getting added to the inspiration bot. I'll have to save it and add it there later. Before we move on to the next bit of content, I'm just going to close off this poll. So it's going to get ended. Where are the stats? There you go. Are the RSI links tie shit or not? 58% of you voted no. 41% voted yes. Out of 84 people, that's not... It's kind of a close vote. You know, I'm just surprised that there were so many of you that were wrong. Really. Like, those ties are terrible. I don't understand why anybody would think that they would be good. They just look like bloody, you know, somebody just decided to, you know,
he's an SRV. I thought he was an Argo.
Little bits out.
No, you're thinking aggro. Agens is always pretty aggro.
The whole vehicle is terrible. Greedy, don't you want to use it as a dropship and arrive on site at Jumptown to steal drugs in style? Anyway, let's move on. So the next video that we're going to be reacting to comes from somebody that you all may already know. Should be able to get the link for this one. Should. Is it Might help if I go to the right fucking channel. There we go. I don't know if you guys know this, ever heard of this guy before. Seems kind of new to the community. I don't know.
New guy. Oh, go. Oh, no.
Wouldn't say, yeah. Like,
I'm afraid of new people. I'm afraid of change, agents. I don't like it.
you don't like change, Dobbs? What's wrong with you? So the next bit of content that we're reacting to, guys, comes from a little Star Sizzling creator known as Captain Burks.
Fucking got him. Oh my god. You guys thought he was a new person. Oh my god. Fucking got him, dude. Oh, wow. Absolutely fucking baited.
Fucking smashed him. Anyway, the video is titled Wild Titan versus Pirates Counterboard. Okay, I don't understand what that means.
Wow.
Counterboarding?
I swear to God, if... I really hope Burks is the one in the Titan and not the ones doing the pirating, because if that's the case, then I'm going to roast the shit out of whoever pirated him. It's going to be great. All of us together collectively, we can make fun of a group of people, and it's going to be awesome.
Group bullying. It's for his own good, though. All right, let's see how this actually pans out, because I'm confused by the title.
If you're not up to speed, 3.18 is the piracy patch. With soft death and physicalized cargo in game, it's revolutionized how the game is played forever. It just so happens illegal cargo smuggling is also on the rise. Now, I would never take part in such criminal acts, which is why I'm working with the UEE to confiscate illegal cargo across Stanton. Samson and Sons on Walla has quickly become one of my favorite places to find smugglers and criminals alike. And this is the story of how a Titan, yes, a little Titan, was one of the wildest, definitely not piracy encounters I've ever had.
Cap.
Are you calling out to him, Dobbs, or are you just...
As soon as you get...
So when I say cap, agents, it's short for Kappa, and Kappa basically means lie. A little bit of internet lingo for you, agents.
Lie?
Yeah.
Thought it came from the Japanese word kappa, which means demon.
When you see someone lying, when you see or hear someone lying, you point at them and say, "That's Cap."
Okay. As opposed to just telling them that they're a liar.
Listen, agents, I know you're not totally in the internet culture, but that's why I'm here, okay? I am here to be the voice of the younger generation.
Okay.
I'm sorry to bother you, but this is a stick-up. Yeah. Well, the thing is, if he has FPS,
why is he in a Buccaneer?
With that too. Is he getting out of his ship?
Wait, they're in the Titan?
It looks like he's out.
Is he?
You could take that D-rack and finish that guy off. Hey, it looks like to me
showing
he's
his hip on trends,
Right
no
here.
cap.
Dude, you going for it.
He's got 4 alotroxin, 1 slam, 1 eat 'em.
That's quite a bit of
4
money,
slam,
dude.
actually.
That's like 50, at least 50K.
All right, chat. 1 in chat, we let him go. 2 in chat, we kill him.
I'm willing to sell it. Here, we don't have to kill him.
You said he's under the ship?
No, under this building right here, where I'm like on top of. This one.
I'm looking for
right
him.
on top of his marker.
I'm looking for him. Hold on.
You can tell him to surrender. Drop his weapon.
Drop your weapon, Burke Macklin, DA. You're under arrest.
Oh God, no, Burks, please.
All right, we know you're trading
no.
illegal drugs.
Oh God. Oh.
What?
I told you to put the weapon down.
UPS driver.
All right, we're
You
not
assaulted
going to kill you.
a
We're not going to
UPS
kill you.
driver.
We are going to have to seize your cargo and take your weapons away, though.
Just remove the chest piece.
Just pull the undersuit. Pull the.
Yeah.
Let's just pull.
He doesn't want to kill him.
Actually,
He just
yeah,
wants to
that's true, he doesn't
disarm
want to kill him. Yeah, I know. That's
Oh,
literally
no.
that's literally me.
That's
just
what
like
we would
instantly
do.
killing anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's what we would do.
I'm literally thinking from like my perspective, like just fucking kill the guy and take his loot.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about them at all.
Dude, he knows me. Oh, no, dude. Maybe we do have to let him go.
After
What?
you sell his stuff.
Yeah, after we sell it.
The fuck is this?
Open up the back, and we won't blow it up.
I'm going to cut him a
Not to
deal.
shoot it.
All
Just
right,
shoot the back of the
listen
gun.
up, UPS. I'm going to cut you a deal, okay?
Pay like 10,000.
I'm going to cut you a deal. Don't say anything else in global. I'm going to cut you a deal. All right, we're only going to take half of your cargo. Sound good to you? We're going to pick you up. We're going to take half your cargo.
Why wouldn't you?
Might work.
Try flipping them, because sometimes backpacks get weird.
There you go. All right, so here's how this is going to work. You're going to open up the back. We're going to take, I think you said there's 8 boxes on board. We're going to take 4. You can sell the rest.
Is he just by himself? Like this
Yes.
guy?
Yep.
I don't understand why he would be doing this though.
Just a tip for
Like why?
everybody else in the chat right now. It's always a good idea to keep extra weapons in local inventory, just in case you get disarmed like you are right now.
Yeah, because like that's literally what I'm thinking. Like at any point, this dude, if he's actually doing what you suggest, just pulls another weapon out of his local and fucking just shoots Burks in the face. This is why we just fucking kill people now. Like this is why we're
Snake.
not like this is why we don't. This is why we do no negotiations, no fucking none of this bullshit. There's always a point of leverage that the fucking player has as long as they're alive, and then we're just like, no, fuck that. They die. That's it.
Snake, I've done that plenty of times. The Mongrel Squad YouTube channel is full of videos of me doing stuff like that. Extorting people,
And also-
ransoming their ships.
Yeah, fucking. And also, it's like if he's the only one there, like Burks is on the ground. He has a buddy in the air. I mean, like other than like interesting gameplay, I really don't see the point of him like cutting a deal with this person.
Well, that's it. Like, it's just for the gameplay.
Yeah, I guess. I mean,
Never seen hands up? What? No, you dropped them first.
no, like what the fuck?
It's all about hands
we're
up.
not-
Never ever say hands up.
We're not gonna fucking like go to someone and be like, hey, put your fucking hands up, dude. Put your fucking hands up. We see your fucking hands.
Actually,
No, dude,
I have
it's like
done
if-
that before. I have done that before once, and I was talking to the person, and they tried pulling a weapon. And since that point, I'm like, you know what? It's probably just better for me to put them down and then talk to them. Because here's the thing about piracy: it's about control. You want to establish control over the target so that you're able to present them choices. If you're going down the route of extortion or ransom, you want to take control of the entire scenario and present them with choices that they can make.
Yeah,
And
so far Burks has done that.
Yeah, that's
Just me personally, I wouldn't have bothered.
he's
Wouldn't bother with
relinquishing
any
a
of this.
lot more control, but it's under the understanding that this person is going to comply. And it, as they mentioned before earlier in the video, like they suspect that this guy already knows who Burks is. So it's quite possible that this, UPS guy is going to be more compliant with Burks than he would with other people. Myself personally, though, if I knew I was getting fucking hit by Burks, I'd be like, yeah, sure, man, I'll comply, and then fucking work out some sneaky way to pull out a fucking weapon, and then try and cap him. If I had a railgun, I'd go after the fucking Cutlass Blue, try and blow an engine off. It'd just be fun. Like,
Yeah, it would be fun.
the conflict I see as being more fun than the compliance.
Kilometers that right now.
I can help.
Oh, the janky ass fucking tractor beams. Why are you not just throwing them straight into the
ones I'm putting on the ground.
Oh my god. What's that frame rate sitting at? Server frames are like averaging 3, 4. If you look at the top right corner, you might be able to read it.
Alright, you good to go. Go sell. Are we police? Yeah, we're just trying to crack down on the illegal drug trading in Stanton, you know? Where is he going? He's just like going on.
Wait, did they take all the boxes out? I missed that part.
Oh, he probably doesn't know what the warden is doing there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good to leave though. You can leave. All right, fly safe. Hey, we were nice to this guy, Chad. We were so nice to this guy.
Ooh, I just interdicted a Titan. King Bugle. King
Nice. Okay. I'm coming to you. Pepsi, stay there and make sure that airborne's safe. If anyone comes in, you missile lock them immediately.
Well, the other guy's coming too, so you might as well stay there, airborne.
That's me that locked you, airborne. You're just desync the fuck out of me.
Stay at Samson and Sons?
Yeah, because he's probably going to come there.
Okay.
If he gets away, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I haven't seen him pop up on radar yet, so I don't even know where he is.
Okay, I see the Beagle guy. I don't see the other guy.
We caught UPS driver.
Oh no. Chat! What do I do? Hey, can you fly towards the King Bugle guy?
Just lock me.
Someone else just lock you? Okay.
Yeah.
That might be who.
Gladius.
Oh, interesting.
Wait, are they doing what I think they're doing?
Yeah, so these guys are definitely in a group.
They're after a bloody Titan still?
Just lock.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm talking about the Mantis, though. Are they doing what I think they're doing?
Well, they're out of nowhere, aren't they?
No, I think they're in... Pretty sure they're in space.
Dude, the UPS guy's shooting me now.
Like, look, there's no comrade.
This is so hilarious.
He might not know your name. He just heard you talk.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, if
I
the...
Well, I haven't seen a frame of... I haven't seen a moon yet.
Yeah, there's nobody here.
Okay,
Weren't they at Hampton and Sons?
Yeah, but I'm not seeing it in their point of view yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think they're doing what I think they're doing.
Sure.
Buck is faster than a Titan, but the acceleration is like goofy in Star Citizen, so you know sometimes
They'll have one
feel
between
like sluggish to like catch
Lyria
people.
and Walla.
Yeah. Which, yeah, there's enough distance.
8 SE of cargo.
Which, like, doing it that way is fine. I was talking about the other way.
He's coming back to you.
Okay, I'm coming so that
I didn't know if it was there to Arc Corp or there
Yeah,
to,
I'm gonna have to FPS this guy.
UPS driver's coming towards you now.
Okay, thanks, Greedy. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
I'm sorry, little one. It had to be done, chat. Alright.
Maybe just
Cover me why I EVA for this guy, okay? I had to.
Why has he got a shotgun out?
Is he even here anymore? I don't know. Did he eject? I'm not sure.
I swear to God, if he leaves his Mantis, I'm gonna fucking freak out.
really sure where this guy is.
Now would be the time to be jank us. Fucking EVA. Fix the EVA. He didn't eject the chair still there.
You were the only passenger.
He's gone, dude. So either he EVA'd away or something. I don't know.
5 SU of ETAM and 3 SU of
Okay, yeah.
One of the things that like people need to understand about EVA is that you can't traverse correctly when you're looking straight at the path. Like if you want to make your profile as slim as possible, you pretty much need to be like looking down, or you may need to make sure you're literally going in head first. So you won't technically be looking at the path you want to take, because like you're essentially kind of going into that path vertically based on your personal orientation. It's like that's the best way to traverse through these areas, which is stupid, right? It's stupid that you have to like look away to get through a tight area, but that's the way you have to do it right now.
Come. I just gotta get fuel. I'm on my way.
Don't go to Samson. By the way, Knight of J is sitting here with Gladius.
I reckon old mate's gone EVA and he's closed the...
Just one dude?
Yeah, currently.
Okay. What's his name?
D-Rat, get back to your location.
Knight of J.
Okay.
Berks can stay with the cargo.
It was a different guy, Chad. They were probably together.
Oh, they were definitely together. That's the only way that the guy could have shown up exactly there.
Oh.
She's taking damage. Is it the invisible
Usually
bug?
the geometry is not bidirectional.
But his health is still up.
The game thinks I'm taking damage? Now what the heck? He could have got out, but I feel like we would have seen him. Wait, D-Rack, where are you going?
I was gonna go reset.
Okay.
I didn't see any things, and I think Airborne's coming to you to get the cargo.
I'm coming.
Yeah, hurry, Airborne.
I have very little fuel.
I'm gonna get back in my ship until you get here. Just in case this guy got out. You never know.
I didn't see any triangles though.
Well,
so,
you never know.
Better safe than sorry.
I'm taking damage to my ship?
He might be shooting you with the FIDDY.
He might be desynced and shooting you or something?
Or invisible and shooting me? I was taking damage. It looks like I was taking damage.
I'm here.
Okay. Alright, just get over here and cover me.
I think he's wearing a neutron on the front, on the Gladius.
Am I being pistoled? Maybe. I mean, I wasn't taking major damage. I don't know, weird. Okay, just get butt to butt with this Avenger.
Right?
Huh?
I'll line up and I'll put him in. You can
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
It's gonna need to pick up in like the
so
next
stay in your ship.
minute.
We're already over the halfway point, so...
If someone ever tries to kill you, you kill him right back. I mean, hey, listen, I wanted to give that guy... I told him to run.
Oh no. Door of the Cutlass is open.
I tried, chat. I mean, he wasn't going to abandon his fun.
It's like, let's check out Art Corp. It's probably boring.
Probably nobody does. I mean, honestly, if you want the boring drug run that nobody does, it's New Bab. Or Microtech.
I don't like this situation.
He's dead. Nobody goes there. Why is Buddy coming? He was being pirated. He's probably like, don't worry, bro. I'm coming. I'm going to save you. Probably what he was thinking.
And I just
Berks would need at least one extra person to make this safe.
Is the door shut? No, it's still open.
Why is the Widow always sold out? Because it's cross-server.
Make certain there's no ships in the area, or at least so Airborne can have a safe landing.
Oh yeah, I
I'm
mean,
just staying right here, looking at the.
I have a CS2 already, so if I need to kill this Gladius, I will.
Yeah, it would be good to know, like, oh, no C2 landed, no ballistic.
There's the triangle for a live person.
Make sure you check your comms too, everyone, before you leave. Because if this guy's invisible, he'll still show up on comms, I think. I'm gonna show you guys.
Yo, am I getting shot at?
I don't know. Are you? You taking damage?
Yeah, like a couple % at a time.
You're probably fine, dude. Just keep going. Be quick. Be quick.
I'm getting back in the ship.
Yeah, angle so you can pull in directly from your shield, maybe, because they might not have ballistic weapons. If
Yeah, that's one of the things I was
it-
confused by this. Like,
Yeah, everyone. I think.
why didn't they just stay in the ship and just pull the boxes from the Titan straight into their own?
I think he may have been having like issues with the thrusters from the ship fucking blowing the fucking Titan all the bumfuck else. So it's like even then though, fucking yeah.
No
It
excuses.
can be done.
No excuses. You can do it.
Listen, dude,
It can be
you and I
done.
fucking
It can be done.
listen. I understand it can be done, and honestly, like the way I'm looking at this, it's like they're gambling a lot. Like obviously, like Burks is in the air to watch for any incoming aircraft, and his buddy here is on the ship pulling the boxes. But his buddy right there is actually is not safe at all. If there's still the possibility that there's someone out there in EVA that isn't spotted yet.
Yeah.
If they really wanted to be safe, you'd need to have at least one extra person on that cutlass with his buddy there to protect him as he is pulling the boxes from the Titan and onto the cutlass.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because otherwise, All-Might has his tractor beam out and he's pulling boxes, and then he gets shot by this Phantom in EVA. He doesn't have a weapon out; he has a tractor beam out, and then he takes control of the fucking cutlass with all the booty in it, and then Burks is forced to fucking brick that ship, which prolongs the process. And I understand, like, if he doesn't have a lot of people online, or if, people are, like, scattered to bumfuck nowhere, but he's really gambling here with doing this.
Yeah,
doing it this way.
I'd be waiting until they've moved all the boxes on board. Wait until the pilot, turns around and starts to run back to the pilot's chair, and then I'd fucking burst in, pop him in the back, and then just run past, get into that pilot's chair, try and get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, and honestly, like, while All-Might was off the ship, dude could have fucking snuck right on and fucking gotten the turret or something.
Yes. All right, let's see how this goes. We got like 3 minutes left.
I think it's just desyncy because it looks like your ship just took damage whenever you entered. Yeah,
Dude,
it looks like your
I
ship
am
is still
getting
taking
shot.
damage. Are you?
I'm 100% getting shot.
Dude, shut your back door. Shut your back door.
I'm closing it.
Wait, there, left, right there.
I see him. Got him. He's down.
Fuck. Awesome.
Dude, crazy.
loot?
He was literally on his way into your ship. Dude, he's in your ship. He's in your ship. It says he's down, but he's not.
Yeah.
No, he's down.
I
He
think
just
I
had
see his
momentum.
I think he is. No, he's down. He's down. He's down. Loot him. Loot him. Loot him.
Down. I mean, Cap.
Delivery.
No way.
I think a box got me, but I'm not sure.
Get out of here.
T-Rack, I need you to get over here.
I don't see anybody inside.
Lots of bugginess. I'm just gonna have to wait a second to see if he actually takes control of the pilot seat.
Pepsi can get me too.
I'm coming.
I'm on my way.
No, I'm just coming. But come as quick as you can. And start your interdiction when you get here.
That's not working.
You're up.
So who's the dude?
Hold on. Don't kill him. Don't kill him.
Space him.
I'm gonna space him.
Whoa. Whoa. Is someone shooting?
Oh. Who's that guy?
Yeah, I can hear the gunshots. Sniper. They've got a
You
sniper
shot the
there.
ship?
No.
Shot it, bro.
No, I know.
Yeah, one of the things that could have happened here is that, like, Old mate was here. Probably could have called his friends and had him jump to his quantum beacon. And through some fucking buggy magic, he could have fucking EVA'd his way over from the ship that he used to get here. But Birch probably would have fucking spotted the ship on fucking radar before that happened.
If he was paying attention.
People on that fucking Titan. If he was paying attention.
Yeah.
Or there were 2 people on that fucking Titan to begin with. I don't know, man. It's weird. Or this guy is just somehow alive, and the body that's on the ground is just desynced from where that actual player is on their client. So that's also a likely possibility.
Look, there's a person coming into the back door now.
Oh, okay. Door's closed.
What?
The door
UPS driver!
I'm watching it. Someone just
He
entered
just-
this back ramp.
Fuck.
I'm going around. Got him.
Oh,
I got him. Don't worry, bro. I got him.
There's 2 of them?
It was the other guy. He must have ejected even though I killed him.
But he was wearing yellow. There could be more of them. They're quantuming to each other. Fuck.
They might be.
Get rid of the bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. That's exactly, yeah. Yeah, Birch may not have been paying attention.
Should I come over to you guys or just stay here for now?
Well played by those guys. Well played by those guys, for sure.
Yeah, it's a very good attempt.
Okay. Let's get these bodies out of here.
There's a couple of strategies that you can use.
Yeah, one of the things that we mentioned earlier is just having one extra person on that fucking cutlass. Protecting the people that are moving the boxes. Like that's something that we do all the time. Fucking easily preventable from counterboard matches during that time.
Another thing that you can do to try and reduce the chances of somebody sneaking up on you is have your mantis stay in the area and turn their snare on. Especially if you're off the line of travel. Because what will happen is that anybody that comes into that snare, if they're quantum traveling, they'll trip the snare and the mantis goes red for everyone. Or what will happen is that they'll be moving around within that snare, so they manage to pull out just beforehand and they're manually flying the rest of the way. As soon as they trigger that snare or pass the threshold of the snare, the mantis will still turn red. So it's one of those things where it's like keeping the mantis around is actually quite useful, and the snare can actually be utilized. Once again, like, you know, in this particular scenario, speed is of the essence. Part of the reason why, you know, like those guys were able to get to that ship as quickly as they did, because they were probably EVAing around waiting for the right moment, was because they kind of dicked around trying to get that cargo out. It's like, if you're the only person on that ship, which is less than ideal, but if you are the only person on that ship, try not to leave, because you got shields. And, you know, old mate who was getting shot was probably taking a portion of the damage from the bullets that were being shot at him, because the ship shields were stopping a lot of that energy from getting through to them. So they're only taking a portion of the damage that they normally would, which is probably what confused them. So yeah, I would have just stayed on my ship, orientated the ramp so that they're pretty much pointing at each other, and then just fucking yeeted the boxes into my own ship. Another thing, don't use open all fucking doors. Because as you can see, they had the bloody docking collars open, so somebody could easily just pop in through there and, you know, outflank you. But shit happens. You know, it's a learning experience. Part of the reason why we've done piracy so much for so long, we've learned all these lessons already.
Yeah, we've had this kind of thing happen to us fucking 10 times over.
It's done.
Lessons the hard way.
Yeah,
okay.
It was.
Yeah, man, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
That's like a small example right there of, you know, like the content that we're experiencing, and 318 right now, all because of a fucking bug.
Yeah, man, it's a fucking slam rush. We're gonna look back on the slam rush and be like, damn, those are good. It's like it's the same thing as the fucking Laranite rush. It's the same thing as what was the thing that happened before that?
Jumptown. It was fucking Jumptown.
Fucking, holy shit!
Jumptown OG.
I fucking forget that.
OG
Yeah,
Jumptown, man.
Sorry, I'm fucking all over the place right now.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Like, more people are gonna be out there doing piracy, but then, you know, like, people are also gonna leverage the opportunities, you know, to engage in PvP gameplay, salvaging. I'm surprised that there's not more people getting around and trying to salvage the ships there. Although the more profitable salvaging nodes are actually in the asteroid belts and around the Lagrange points.
Yeah, people are also realizing how fucking fun piracy gameplay is. Why you see so many people doing it now?
It's the conflict and the challenge people are experiencing now. That's what they're getting out of this. Like, they're getting, you know, non-scripted events. Like, they, you know, it's going to take CIG years to get the NPCs, the AI to that point. Yeah. All right, let's move this along. We're going to keep going. Thank you, Captain Burks, for sharing your Wild Titan versus Pirates counterboard.
Also, for just a quick little tidbit, still just over 100 subscribers away from 10,000 subscribers for the Mongrel Squad YouTube channel. It's been a crazy journey. Thank you all so very much for the support and engagement. And also, the most recent video for our first piracy hit of 318 is now just shy of 20,000 views. So again, thank you all very much for your support and your viewership. Really means a lot. And we're going to be pumping out some more videos pretty soon, as soon as I am not lazy and start working on it.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a video as well right now. It's just, there's a lot of content there. We've got a lot of we've actually hit a lot of targets over the last week, and we're pretty much for lack of a better term, triaging the content that we're getting in to make sure that it's interesting, because some of it's just like we're steamrolling targets. And then other times there's fights going on, you know, shit blowing up, bloody boxes everywhere. It's great. It's great. And to be honest, I really want, you know, I want to actually be able to spend more time bloody on editing these videos, but I haven't been able to do it lately. But I got some days off coming up, so I'm going to be cracking at least one of the videos that I've started working on. I'm going to focus a lot more attention on that one to get it done, because it's just rolling piracy hits. That one's the Hermes Wing Eater. It's from our Saturday OCX event, where we just had target after target after target. It was literally rolling one into the next.
Okay.
But yeah, lots of content. Moving on. So the next one. There's a link to the video there. You may recognize this person. It's been a while since she's posted a piracy hit.
The mic on the second person is pretty soft compared to you. Just well, that's because I'm not standing close. I'm not sitting close to my microphone. If I bring it closer like this, it's probably a little bit too loud. But yeah, I just need to speak up a little bit more. That's all.
I do have that channel or that line also turned down a bit, so he's not bloody blasting ears out too. Because when Dobbs gets excited, he gets loud. Right.
Loud equals funny.
So we're going to move on to the next video.
Ah!
You may have already heard her. Yeah, I've already posted the link. Right, we're going to transition over to this scene right here, and there we go. So this one is Star Citizen Piracy number 14, Herculean Hit.
That name sounds familiar.
It's actually a video that, the same name on a video that we did fucking years ago now, when the Hercules first came out. It's currently private. But this one is from Hannah, aka Xperia, of a piracy hit that she and another piracy group had done. And they hit a familiar target to us. It's part of the reason why I actually want to watch this. So let's see how Hannah and her team go hitting this particular target.
A long time no see. It's been quite a while since my last piracy video, since I've been pretty busy with some other stuff, and also piracy hasn't been really in a good spot for almost a year now. However, with 3.18 now being pretty stable and adding some awesome features like soft death and cargo refactor, I decided to hop on with some friends of a friend. It's not really a group I played before, but it was pretty fun, so I decided to make a video out of it. For some context, we were out salvaging earlier, making some money, and then decided to do some piracy, and saw that a streamer known as Sigelian was on our server.
Everywhere.
He often does the same route of Ariel to Hurston, trading Laranite and Titanium, so we hedged our bet and set a snare. I'm gonna get comments on this, but at no point during this gameplay did we watch or check his stream, and as someone who's been stream sniped before, it's really not fun and I wouldn't want to do that to anyone else. Sigelian's a cool dude, so make sure you check out his Twitch channel, which I've linked in the description. Anyway, without further ado, let's get into some Star Citizen Piracy. Oh, we got him. C2 Hercules, Sigelian, nice, alright.
Oh my god.
Get him.
Let's fucking go.
He's like freaking out right now.
No bed log in this patch, mate.
He's like freaking out right now.
Keep comms. Yeah.
I'm on 5k.
Yep.
I'm gonna scare him by missile locking.
Oh, just don't scare him, just kill him.
Yeah.
I'm catching up to him.
I
don't know what just happened then. I think I need to be... I don't see him anymore. Okay,
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, I'm just catching up right now. I'm going full speed right now, I need to get into his range.
Target is Sigelian.
Were we all on the same server?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's going fast as fuck.
Yeah. We can outrun
Remind me guys, remind me how fast C2 can go?
962.
Okay. I'm gonna open the chat, see if he's gonna say anything.
No, don't worry.
Yeah, good, Hannah. No talking.
Continue to spar. Don't you'll say much.
I need to keep an eye on you as well. Oh my god, the sun. I'm going up. Careful.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going backwards.
Yeah, we're en route.
Yeah, he's
Just
trying to
making
fight back.
Trying to not get his back.
Look at him go. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why does it look like Hannah's the only person attacking?
What we are going, because we're going super fast right now. If we
Yeah,
crash into each
we'll be
other,
fine,
it's
we'll
not
be
gonna
fine.
be cool.
If you all have forward, ripples.
Oh, he's trying to ram me.
Yeah. Is that the streamer guy?
Yeah.
Is he streaming right now?
I don't know, I'm not checking.
I'll check.
No, don't check. No street sniping.
That's some good knowledge right there, bro. Okay, let's go.
But this guy's basically been doing the same route for a couple of years.
Yeah, he literally
got someone.
does the only route. Only aerial.
It's another C2.
Oh my god.
But let's
Oh my
focus
god.
on Sigelian.
Yeah, of course. I like your invictus space, bro.
I am 7 million.
Kill kilograms.
Yeah.
Kilograms.
Typical serious. Okay, one of my guns stopped working.
Okay.
We're good.
Right, shields down.
Yeah, I am damaging.
basically I do work.
He's doing titanium.
Father Thanos crew.
I'm getting missile locked.
Yeah. Hope we
I'm
can
backing
fire.
out. I'm backing out. Yeah.
Euro trucker.
You just keep
Wait, what the fuck?
keep
Where's
It's a
focusing civilian.
Skillion and Euro trucker.
He just teleported for me.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Maybe
Keep focusing civilian.
I'm focusing on it. Good.
Let's.
Fucking missiles and a
I'm
mantis are a
damaging him.
pain.
He's freaking out right now.
Yeah.
Missiles
He's
are
red,
going
he's red.
towards the. I know.
Yep.
Okay, he's running away now.
Okay.
I hit him with the missile.
Nice.
Yeah, he's red. He's super red right now.
I've got 5 missiles on me. There's not much I can do.
Is there another Endo the pirate in the Andromeda?
I don't know. Just focus the Andromeda, please.
I'm being missile locked.
Focus the Andromeda.
Yeah.
Okay, on it. Breaking.
I'm on the C2 still.
Yep.
Yeah, in these types of scenarios, like, the mantis is key to keeping that target from jumping away, and the target is more interested in trying to survive the encounter. So you can sacrifice, like, get your fighters to go and focus on the threats to your mantis, because if you lose the mantis, you're going to lose the target unless you've got other QED there. So I would focus less on the target in this regard, even though they got it pretty close to soft death anyway. I would be telling everybody else other than the mantis, like, go and deal with the threat so that we can keep our QED going. Like, even just getting these two guys here, I'd be like, nah, go focus the bloody threats, counter those escorts. So yeah, like, and mainly because of the current missile meta that's going on at the moment. Shout out to Nolat. He made a post on Spectrum about the missiles. I don't have a link for it handy.
Spectrum's down right now, so you can't see it.
Ah, well, if it's still down, then bloody yeah. I would link it if Spectrum was working. No, the snare is still running. And she did not switch the snare off. So she snared Sigelion. They're currently trying to disable, or correction, brick Sigelion. And Sigelion's had counter escort show up. It's up. Spectrum up. I'll see if I can find that link for you. Oh god. Why is it? The chat's full of memes. Slight detour, sorry guys. There it is. It's actually relevant to the video though. So there you go. That's Nolat's post. Go upvote, go read, go upvote. Missiles are broken again. Too overpowered. But let's keep this going.
There's also a
I was able to flare.
Nice.
Oh no.
Just don't let his shields recharge.
Yeah, I'm on the.
I'm on him. I'm on him. He's not going anywhere.
Alright.
Yep.
Nice.
His hull is super red.
Yeah. Just be careful now. I don't want to fill that.
Surprised he's not going for the self-destruct.
I'm back again.
Welcome back.
They even scanned it once.
Back in the right time, I guess.
Yeah, how long until
Well, we
the
know Hannah has
gets
it.
here?
I'm not sure about the other guys.
Not long. We're like
Well, she admitted that the rest of her buddies are fucking
His
new
hole
to
is
the
red.
game.
His
So I don't even
everything
think
is
they know
red.
that.
I think it's
Or know to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to ping.
Nice, he's down. Stop shooting. Stop shooting.
Stop death.
I didn't even see that. That happened so quick.
Alright. I'm gonna get inside.
Couldn't hear it because the music's too loud.
He is not stationary yet.
Yeah.
It's alright. I have difficulty balancing the audio as well. Normally I try and keep the music around 20-ish.
I need to fucking talk to you about that, because all the fucking music on the videos that you edit are fucking way too goddamn loud.
Not for me. What I try to aim to do when I'm editing the audio is I try and keep game stuff around 30, music around 20, and then voice comms around 10.
There needs to be a larger separation between the game comms and the music. Like, you could pick up the music in certain scenarios, but for like general underscore needs to be very, very soft. But during action sequences, you can take a little more liberties and increase the volume of the music. But
yeah,
not to the point where fucking it's overpowering the scene, you know?
Yeah. Ironically, Hannah, detecting when somebody has initiated self-destruct works nearly flawlessly. It is actually one of the first things that you'll see pop up on scans before you even see the ship signatures, which is really weird.
Yeah, see? The more you know. Now
Feels like he's about to be there.
Tell your friends.
I'll keep on. I got crime stat level 2. Well, fuck it.
Oh, the Euro truck is here. He's coming towards us.
Who?
A guy called Euro Trucker in SC2.
Euro Trucker.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm getting out of C. Snares offline.
Okay.
Is that C2 still moving?
Are you gonna think? Do you think he's
early?
Do you think he's like? Do you think he's alone inside?
I don't know.
Door open.
He has no
That's a lot of
turrets.
cargo. Holy fuck.
This other C2 has his shield off.
Okay,
Wait,
kill him.
what?
He's
Oh my
shooting
god,
at-
how much
he's-
cargo.
Was it
Oh, he's jumped.
assassin? Oh, has he gone down?
He might be by you
I'm
guys.
here
He
with
might be
Hannah.
by you guys.
Right,
I'm
so
here with
assassin. Yeah, go to Hannah.
Incapped?
What the fuck was he doing?
No, I uncapped someone.
Like, he's just there spinning around. It doesn't even look like he's got a gun. He's doing fucking donuts in EVA.
Typical industrialist.
Inside.
Finish him.
He's wearing a sperm suit with no
Okay, that's
weapon.
Sigillion.
Did you finish him off?
Oh my god, that's so much cargo, dude.
I know, right?
Holy
That's a lot of
fuck.
cargo.
That's probably what fucking million right there.
I'm just checking the rest of the ship.
Assassin, start flying. Whoever's piloting the catapult, start flying towards.
Start flying, but be careful. The ship is almost dead.
Yeah, just be careful.
Ship is 99% dead.
It's soft death, so.
Yeah, I think the ship is empty.
I think it's empty, yeah.
He ain't to the bed, he's
I'm gonna
fucking lost.
get outside the ship.
Check the back. Still check the back.
Yeah.
Like the back rooms.
Off the cat.
Let me know when you got good eyes.
I would go. Wait, where's the Mantis right now?
So
I
much
can't see the
cargo.
Mantis, but
The
I think
Mantis,
stop.
it's fine. You're clear of it.
You can stay there, and I can go over there and search. Yeah, go a bit closer, but not too close. Stop there, just stop. Like dirt shape now.
I'll take it. Someone can buy a Bugatti.
It's gonna take us hours to do this.
Oh!
Whoa!
Whoa! Oh fuck!
Oh, that's the C3 dying.
What the fuck? I don't have a fucking clue.
What just happened?
Wait, do you guys think that the soft death has a timer?
No, it doesn't. I think we just clipped a box into it and it exploded.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm in capped.
Oh, look at the amount of
I'm back
boxes.
alive again,
Anyway.
apparently.
No, that we just lost like 60% of the boxes.
Yeah, you just lost most of your cargo. Oh no. Fuck. Well, it's a learning experience.
I screamed at my guys a couple of days ago for when that happened. Kept fucking throwing boxes directly into the ship after I told them not to. That's how it happens, man. That's how it happens.
We may not make them bombs.
Everywhere.
If bombs got the fuel, they may as well stay in that because it's we can queue.
We don't need security, and also his quantum drive's too slow.
What if the pirates get pirated?
Oh, the follow.
We'll beat them. So that's it for this episode. It's a shame that the C2 blew up while loading. I'm not really sure what we could have done to avoid that, but in total we made about 155,000 AUEC. I know this wasn't the most interesting hit I've ever done, but I thought it'd be good to show you what maybe the more average hit looks like now that we've got cargo, factor, and soft death. In retrospect, it would have been a good idea to go after that second C2, which I think also had cargo, but at that moment we really wanted to secure Sigillion C2. But yeah. Anyways, I'll definitely have some more content coming soon, some more piracy videos as well as an FPS weapons guide and tier list for 318. I also want to make some non-gameplay related SE content, so look out for that. Anyways, thank you for watching, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed it.
I'm just glad you got Sigillion. I'm just happy about that.
We got him too like a month or two ago while he was still in PTU, I think, but wasn't as extravagant as that.
I got a bone to pick with that guy. Fucking, we hit a convoy of his and he bedlogged, all in the name of trying to fix bloody his shields, which is a load of bullshit.
Yeah, that was such a bullshit reason.
It is what it is. We still hit him.
We got his friend though.
Yeah. Which was technically one of his other ships too. He owned, it was all his ships. His 2 caterpillars. But yeah. Thank you very much. That was a it is actually, you know, that is a pretty stock standard piracy, other than the target ship blowing up. But yeah, the drug trade right now is fucking going gangbusters. Like, the amount of people just trying to trade drugs and, you know, leverage that exploit up prior to the next patch going live. Did 3.18.1 go live? I haven't checked. Probably won't check until tomorrow.
Is there an issue council report for that fucking box exploding ships bug?
Not that I'm aware of. The problem is like the conditions to replicate it.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to make an IC on that, but like, I think something should still be made, so at least that could jumpstart some kind of investigation into it.
Yeah.
If anybody makes one or knows where one is, feel free to link it in the public server or here in chat or something like that.
Alrighty. Yeah, a lot of our hits have gone that way. A lot more people fighting back though, which is good. Like, it was good to see that they were like trying to at least counter what we were doing. At the same time,
just a couple of days ago, we found a fucking C2 that had about 16 million worth of slam on it, and we captured the ship. But the thing of it is, the dude had escorts, and as soon as we captured the ship, one of the escorts, as a last resort, fucking rammed into the C2 and blew it up. It's crazy, man. It's crazy that people are fighting back.
They should be for that much fucking credits. I would be. I'd be bloody paranoid as fuck. 16 million. Well, they wouldn't have invested that much into it though.
It was probably a combined investment from the people that were there with them. Because if you want to do it, that's the way you do it. Like, if you want to do that big of a fucking haul, the buddies that are with you can fucking sink the credits into that haul, and then the profit gained from it will be split between everyone that invested.
Hmm. Yeah, they'd definitely be doing that exploit, but the fact still remains that people are taking the gameplay seriously enough now that they're actually fighting back. You know, and they're organizing themselves and they're trying to fight back, and it's shit that pretty much ramming the prize ship is the best method of denying us the prize or maximum profit from it. But I'll take what we can get for now. Hopefully when we get proper physicalized damage, we see less of target ships being able to destroy or be destroyed so easily. But we can only wait. Yeah, we gotta wait. That's all we can do. Really, because the bug negates any loss. See, this is similar to the first iteration that we had of Jumptown. Well, when Jumptown first happened, a lot of people were sitting there going, "Oh, like the only reason why they're, doing Jumptown is because they can make a lot of credits really quickly, and you had to pay full price for your drugs then." Like right now, yeah, we've got the exploit, but I can tell you that if the drug trade stays as it is and the supply and demand stay as they are, like if they match supply with demand or increase both a lot, you will probably see the gameplay continue irrespective of the exploit being present. It's all like fix the exploit and just make Slam, like pretty in high supply and high demand, and players will keep trying to trade it. Like Brios, I know, like we've been kicking around Brios a lot, and it's pretty much like a Jumptown there. I actually made a post on Spectrum as well, asking for CIG to try and, push forward a commodity event for Quasar. %, devil. Like fucking this Slam trade going on right now is way better than the new Jumptown. Like I like the effort that they put into updating the Jumptown building, but without the risk of like investment. People aren't investing into it other than their time, and we're playing an alpha game. People who are playing a game that's in alpha, I'm not going to say that they don't value their time, but they're less motivated to consider their time as important than the entertainment value that they're going to get. Yeah, like I really hope that this kind of maintains not the exploit, but the mentality that they try and keep some trade commodities a lot more volatile than others. Actually, yeah, a lot of people would have I don't know if you guys have actually seen it or not. Give me a minute and I'll try and pull it up. The Spectrum is up and running. I should be able to pull it up.
Spectrum?
Yeah, Spectrum. I'm gonna pull up my Spectrum. Holy shit.
Oh, your Spectrum. Oh, we're taking a detour. Shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put it on stream. I'm just gonna link it for you guys to go check out in your own time. So yeah, that's my Spectrum post there. Most of you have probably already seen it, but for those who haven't, go have a read. There's a voidy vid links there as well, showcasing Slam gameplay. But yeah, like, I made that post, and it's actually a relatively quick post, in an effort to try and encourage, you know, CIG to strike while the iron's hot in this regard, and try and keep the gameplay going without the exploit. So, you know, like, show CIG, hey, there's a lot of gameplay happening around here, and you know, your current game where you put in a lot of features in that kind of, you know, would need to be tested and would leverage this a lot. Here's an opportunity, you know, just do this thing. Land in the new jump town, or landing in the new jump town, it's going to suck with all the wrecks. You're already experiencing that in, at the salvage yards now, Devil. Like, the amount of wrecks that are around them. It's great. Voidy name dropping Mongrel. Yeah, it feels like every other week he's name dropping us, but we're doing the same to him. He hit like 9k subscribers yesterday, I think it was. He's coming up fast, but his videos are good. He's good at storytelling. I watched his latest video. I felt his pain at the end. I felt his pain. But we're not reacting to one of his videos this week.
Yeah, when are we going to start doing ride-alogs, Agents? Come on. We need to take them out.
Well, I was kind of waiting for servers to stabilize a bit better. That's what I was waiting for. But the thing is like, unless CIG... I've been torn a little bit because I was waiting for servers to stabilize, but this exploit has made piracy gameplay a lot more engaging and increase the frequency of piracy opportunities as well. So this is one of those situations where it's like, I think we've kind of missed an opportunity if 3.18.1 comes out, you know, in the next couple of days. But we'll have to see. Like, I'm already talking to a few people about it. Anyway, let's move on. One last bit of content that we're going to be reacting to. The last video, this particular one wasn't suggested, but it's I've already watched a couple of their videos already. Haven't watched this one yet. I've already reacted to a few of their videos. And don't have the link for it. Wait, I can probably grab it from here. Yes, I can. Now, just a shout out to Commander Fly Orban and I wouldn't say sympathy, a show of sympathy, but a show of solidarity for him. He's currently in the doldrums because of the fucking dreaded 40k error. But this is his Commander Orban, Fly Orban. He's experiencing the 40k error at the moment. Last time I saw it in the auxiliaries chat. So he hasn't been able to get in game and do piracy, which is really unfortunate considering the state of piracy right now being fucking target rich environment. This is his latest video. Target of opportunity. It's a solo piracy hit. So let's see how it goes. It's 25 minutes long. So we'll see how this goes. He's still in the chair. self-destruct on why? Wait, is that an AI?
Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time to the channel. This one's going to be a little different because, as you can hear, I attempted to do a real-time voiceover during the gameplay, so it's going to be a little trippy. You're going to hear me talk over me, mainly because it's difficult to hear what I'm saying most of the time, but because there's some things that I do want to say that I'm not saying here in the video. This had happened right as the server started to become a little more stable during 3.18 live, right after the launch. And salvagers were a lot harder to find than they previously had been. This is really due to the fact that during the PTU, the salvaging locations and the type of ships that were salvageable were really unrealistic. And here they had nerfed it, or really made it more realistic, and salvagers are a lot harder to find at this point. So I kind of started going back to some of the old ways, like setting snares, searching the planet locations, and fairly quickly I found this target of opportunity. I also decided at the time to start experimenting again with a combination of lethal and non-lethal weapons. There was supposed to be a buff to the distortion weapons in 3.18, although I've heard there's usually a lot of changes to the distortion weapons that don't get included in the patch notes with each
That's an understatement.
So it's kind of hard to tell. But I did use them here because I wanted to fully disable this ship and just kind of see what the situation was on the ground before I attempted to soft death it. And I wanted to get a scan before I made the effort to do that. And that was the other thing you heard me just say, that I was curious about whether or not it might have been an NPC, because there had been quite a lot of these freelancers that were just NPCs, and I didn't want to waste
Could be Daymar, though. It's nighttime, so it's hard to tell.
Use the distortion weapons, disable the ship. You can see the EMs coming down there. I'm waiting for them to go to 0. Then I would scan the target, see if it had any cargo, and then move in to load the cargo. But this hit's a little different because the Orphanage, which is where we are here, this is the Orphanage on Lyria,
the Orphanage,
which is one of the moons of ArcCorp. But the Orphanage is a selling point for some commodities, including what we're going to find on this freelancer here shortly. So if there is cargo, then you can just load it onto your ship and sell it right here at the Orphanage. So right here, I noticed that there actually is somebody here on the planet, and
Crispy Bacon.
Crispy Bacon.
I'm pretty sure we've hit that guy before. I'm trying to think. I remember the name. I'm pretty sure that guy, Crispy Bacon, I'm pretty sure they self-destructed their ship. I'll have to go back through our hits. I know we've hit him. No, we didn't hit Crispy Bacon last night. No, that was a different Bacon. I think that was Smoky Bacon. No joke. Smoky Bacon. Seems like there's a lot of bacons out there.
And we need to deny Crispy Bacon the use of that damaged cutlass there and any other ship he might be able to use against us before we go any further.
Wait. What's that fucking name? No, it is Crispy Bacon. Although the Crispy Bacon that we hit, it was spelt with a Y, not an E there. So it was actually spelt properly though. It was CRISPY.
So again, I really just want to disable this freelancer and give it a good scan before I go any further. At this point, I don't even know there actually is cargo. Of course, there does end up being cargo, or there wouldn't be a video. But at this point, I don't know that. So we're just gonna go around to this.
Thanks, Nemesis. Appreciate
Drake
it.
Cutter and the other ships that are scattered around, and we're just gonna destroy all of them. In between continuing to disable the freelancer, because I don't actually know that there isn't somebody on board, and I don't want that ship taken off. So I'm just kind of
crime stat just increased.
Notice already got a crime stat of 2, so I am having charges pressed against me. As a career criminal, though, that's something I'm quite used to.
Alright, now he's got the bounty
That's all
on
of
his
the
head.
ships in the area that could have been used against us destroyed.
But he didn't get a
now it's time to
homicide
scan
charge,
and
which
see if
means
there's
that
actually-
old Crispy could still be down there. Like he soft deathed the Cuddy. He soft deathed that Cuddy there, so, and Crispy was on that Cutlass, so he survived that attack.
And as you can see, there is
19 Laranite.
19 SCU.
There he is. You can see him right in the middle.
And there he is, Crispy Bacon.
Caleb, use. Oh,
that was an easy kill.
You can use the you use distortion weapons and juggle people.
So what follows looks fairly easy. You know, it should be a pretty easy thing to do to land and load cargo and sell it, but if you look up there, I now have a crime stat of 3. So we're automatically going to have bounty hunters. So the clock is ticking at this point. And I don't know if you noticed that, but there was a panel that kind of came off there and fell into the ship, and that's going to be a little confusing here in a second. It blocks the actual view of the cargo at first. It looks weird. Kind of made my life a little more difficult. But like I said, the clock is ticking at this point, and we have to haul ass to get this loaded and sold.
And this is real risky by yourself.
Yes, it is. And yeah, so
Why have you parked that way?
like I'm saying here, door's gonna stay open. And I'm gonna go as fast as I can to get this loaded and
The
sold
helmet wipe.
before the shit hits the fan. And as you will see, it does.
You know where he got that from?
No,
So there's
where
that
did he get it
panel.
from?
At first it looked like there was no cargo, or that I couldn't get to it, but clearly the panel's not really there.
Put the stuff in local.
So as we all know, some of these items can be quite valuable, especially early on when we're all doing 0 to hero here. Every personal item has some intrinsic value to it. Some of them more than others, but
God,
you want to take
so
the
fucking
personal items
annoying.
for sure. And whenever you're moving cargo, as you can see, whether you're doing it by yourself or with a friend, there's always a chance that you can totally screw everything by incapacitating yourself. And that's the other thing, I'm mentioning it here, but if you hit the interior of a ship with cargo, it is doing an invisible amount of HP damage every time you do that. And eventually you will hard death, aka explode the ship, if you do it too often and too much. Obviously that's bad. So yeah, There's going to be a couple of times here where I load cargo, and I'm going to speed it up. That way we don't have to sit there and watch cargo loading simulator. But, you know, anytime you're doing something like this, and you know you've got a crime stat of 3, and you know anybody, even a non-bounty hunter, could come along at any moment, the tension is pretty high. It's sketchy, to say the least.
What is that? Box stacking? How are you gonna get to the cockpit?
He may be somewhere like Arkel 1, and he is going to come back and kill me as soon as he can. So we're going to get the weapon out here. Look at that. Yeah, there's his body.
That's the other thing is, this whole time somebody can be watching me, and you just don't, you can't afford to just be lazy and assume that nobody's around. That weapon needs to be up. There could be somebody right in here ready to shoot me. So remember, I don't actually have all 19 SCU of Laranite loaded in the blue yet. I'm just trying to get something out of this.
Why is it only showing 3? No, 7.
Right, so there's
okay.
about half of it.
Get the rest of it if you can. Get the damn weapon out.
So sometimes I do. Sometimes I do talk to myself while I'm in the middle of this, just to kind of remind myself of what I should be doing or what I should have done.
I fucking hate that bug.
That's not it.
I'm trying to pull my tool out here, and it just won't let me. There we go.
Alright, so once again, I'm going to fast forward this segment. But every minute that passes is another minute that somebody has probably taken my bounty and on their way to kill me. Not to mention, and I guess this is just the way that I think because it's what I would do, if I were Crispy Bacon, I would be on my way back as soon as I could to kill me for what I had done to him. The more you do these kinds of things in game, the more you start to get kind of a sixth sense for when your time is running out. And I was starting to feel that here. I kind of know about how long it takes to respawn, get in a ship, fly to a location, or take a bounty contract, locate the target, arm up, find the proper ship, fly to the target, and I knew it had been about that much time by this point. So that was the last box. It's all loaded. And mainly what's on my mind at this point
what is this? Oh, okay.
Is that I'm probably going to get in the middle of selling this cargo and either get killed or get killed on the way out. And I'm just hoping that that doesn't happen.
What?
It already happened.
And it did.
Greg Sapdor, what are you doing? Stop fat fingering.
So the question now is, how competent is the person that's after me? And do they really have any idea where I am? Is my ship destroyed yet? Clearly it's not, because you can see the cargo.
Sell! Yes.
I did see the 3 SCU of Laranite that was actually on the grid, but I made a conscious decision here to abandon selling it right now and try to get the hell out of Dodge.
You're pretty much done it. If your ship isn't dead, it will be in a second.
Come on, baby.
So I had no idea what to expect.
Ooh, ambulance. Oh, he's landed. It's a buccaneer.
He was shooting. He had decided to land and come at me on foot, but then he sees me running for my ship and he says, never mind.
What are you doing?
Took me a second to realize that. So I realize this is going to be air and or space battle.
Oh shit!
At this point.
Fucking I wasn't expecting that. I was waiting for him to get shot in the back.
So I do pride myself on getting the kill, but more than that, the more important thing.
You could have shot him. You may not have killed him in the process, though. From that angle, it looked like he would have struggled to shoot him because he wasn't out of the pilot's chair yet. Also, his bullets need to pass through the shields to hit the target, so they're not doing as much damage, which means he needs to put more bullets into them.
He was in low
Yes, Grady.
gravity. Nothing. There wasn't really anything stopping him from jumping on the fucking nose of the Buccaneer and literally pointing his gun right, or putting his gun right in his fucking mouth.
Maybe. Here's the thing, though. Like, you still got to get those bullets past the shields. It's going to take a lot more from that magazine. Getting into the air is the better option anyway.
Thing for a pirate is not about getting.
Because you always got to assume that there's more people
it's about
coming.
Getting away. If you can get away with the prize and not go to prison, you've won. If you can get a kill
Why
too,
self-destruct on?
Panic.
That's even better. So we'll see what happens.
Shields, shields. Why
So
are
we
you
got
not?
a Drake Buccaneer with some ballistic weapons against a Drake Cutlass Blue.
There you go.
Here I am debating on what I should do, and then I decide the hell with it. I've got size 3 Thunderbolt EM missiles that can absolutely wreck that ship. I should have just done one at a time here. That would have been more than enough. I could have increased the opportunity to get the kill here. But in 318, countermeasures are actually really
Boost.
screwed. They don't work real well right now.
Recuperate your boost.
I'm going to exploit that here. So this fight's going pretty well at first. And it's just easy mode. Because I can just lob, you know, size 3 missiles at him, and I mean, look at that. We're getting good hits. I'm really surprised that he's not dead already. But these are actually proximity missiles, so they explode near the target, and the splash damage is what gets them. Alright, so I want you to notice something here. I'm actually using Panther repeaters and Sucker Punch XL distortion cannons. They
He's
don't
lost
have
a
the same
part of his wing.
projectile speed. And that's a problem, because once we run out of missiles, instead of having 4 projectiles that are distortion and laser that are all 1400 meters per second, I've got the Panthers that are 1400 meters per second, and the cannons that are quite a bit less than that.
700.
And
there you go.
It just kind of messes with your head a little bit when you're trying to aim at that reticle and get, you know, good hits. Since this video,
the QED on.
Swapped the Sucker Punches out for the, I believe it's DJX3 distortion repeaters that are 1400 meters per second, and it's much, much easier to hit small targets using all 4. So that is something to keep in mind when you outfit your ships. At this point, if I'd had that set up and it was just me and him and I, it would have been just a matter of time and I could have gotten the kill. But as is often the case, 1 bounty hunter can turn into 2, and instead of a 1v1, you'll end up with a 2v1. Also, even though countermeasures being broken right now can be exploited by you, you can also be exploited by your opponent And like I said earlier, I really, you know, at the end of the day here, I just want to escape and be able to sell that last 3 SCU and be able to say, you know, I got away, I made the hit, made the sale, and I didn't go to prison. Here I am making excuses. Yes, it's hard fighting light fighters. Not really in a Cutlass. It's more a matter of managing your merge and your distance to target.
So, 20. Oh, rattlers.
So notice here he has the. I think they're called a rattler or rattlesnake missiles. Yeah, they're called a Rattler 2s, and they are size 2 missile that are a cluster ammunition that expand and multiply. And for a
somebody else just showed
like
up.
the Cutlass Blue, with
they're in the Corsair.
Countermeasures borked the way they are right now, that's a
What are you
serious problem.
doing? Just fly the fuck away.
So look at that, we have a Corsair that's joined the party. That thing has a lot of firepower. I can essentially turn this into a 1v1v1 if I create some distance, if they're not working together, and I can create some distance between the 2 ships. But if they are working together and they know what they're doing, which turns out to be the case,
they just both have to have your
Buccaneer
bounties.
is going to want to do, and what he does is he's going to keep drawing me back to the Corsair, which has a lot more DPS. Honestly, 1 volley from the Corsair and they could probably shoot one of my engines off. So I kind of keep recommitting to the fight here because I really just want to get the kill on the Buccaneer and then reassess.
You have to slow the fight down.
And like I said, he is drawing me towards the Corsair. So at that point, and with dwindling countermeasures, I start to realize that I've already won. I stole the cargo. I made the sale. I've got a crime stat of 3. I don't really want to go to prison. And although I'd love to have the kill, I don't have to get it to consider this a win. So yeah, that firepower there, that's no joke. If he catches me just once with that volley, I'm probably done. So I remember here debating what I was going to do.
Just jump anywhere.
Really wanting to stay in the
fight. Jump anywhere.
But with those Rattler 2s and my decoys starting to very quickly diminish, as you can see there, it was time to leave.
Switch to shields.
Sometimes the best way to win a fight is simply to live to fight another day.
You're not safe yet. You're
However,
not safe yet.
They're gonna know that I went there.
I'm greedy,
So we're gonna go back to the Orphanage.
as are most pirates. And guess what we left? We left the dude's body with all his personal items on it. So just to be able to say we did,
How bad do we want this guy's stuff?
we're gonna drop in apparently fairly bad. We're gonna drop in and see if we can't grab this body with these items on it and bug out before we get attacked again. So notice the decoys are at 0, like I just said. Noise is at 1.
So we know it's right here. We don't need to keep doing
This is very risky, but I enjoy the risk. It's fun.
What is he doing?
We're gonna drop in just as fast as we can, try to locate the body, try to tractor beam it to the ship in the most efficient, fastest way possible, and get the hell out.
Why are you landing then? You don't need to land.
Now, having had some experience being chased by bounty hunters to different planetary locations, I know again about how much time I have, and that's probably about another 20 seconds before they're on my tail. So I'm not going to go out the back of the ship. I'm going to look through the airlock hatch and see if I can't do it that way. And I intentionally landed the ship the way I did to hopefully be able to do this.
To the right.
That we can. Look at that shit.
Oh, the fucking tractor beam attached, right?
So now we have all the cargo, all his stuff.
This is a problem with the damn doors on my own ship.
And if we can get away here, I'm going to call this a complete success.
Get in the seat, please.
Especially for a solo player. Everything is harder when it's by yourself.
Ooh, red. Get the fuck out of there.
Mongrels have a saying that 1 is 0 and 2 is 1. So I might as well be 0 right here throughout this whole thing when I'm doing solo piracy. And really what that means is
2 is 1, 1 is
if you don't
none.
have a friend to help out and res you when you become incapacitated, you're taking a massive risk. But turns out we were able to get away. This one was a total win. And it was a lot of fun. That's it for this video. I want to thank everybody for all the recent support. In the last video, we reached 1,000 subscribers. Special thanks to Dying on Corpses for being that 1,000th sub. Please like, subscribe, and share the video. And until next time, I'll see you in the verse.
Oh. Solo piracy. You don't see it happening too often. Not to that degree, anyway. It's definitely a interesting sequence of events. I'm surprised those bounty hunters didn't go back faster. It's kind of like they just gave up after he jumped to an orbital marker. Huh? And apparently I did not transition scenes. There we go. I'm using studio mode for OBS, by the way, so yeah. Trying to get into the habit of using studio mode. That way I can change scenes before I actually transition to the next scene. Stream Deck, yeah. Couldn't be bothered with one of those key. I'd probably just get a tablet and use a program that macros. That's it. That was our last video that we reacted to, or that we were reacting to for the stream. Dobbs has obviously fallen asleep, or he's muted his microphone and has forgotten. He's probably been talking the entire time, singing accolades. Alright, that is it. I'm gonna call it for the night. It is fucking 3 hours for this stream.
Yeah, sorry. I did plan on speaking a little bit more, but like I did deliberately mute my microphone, but I was actually talking for like the past 2-3 minutes, chipping in here and there.
Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, bounty hunters need to learn to fucking start bringing QED assets, like the blue. Just use the blue. The blue is good. You use the blue, you're gonna get most targets, especially with the current missile meta. Anyway, that's it for this stream, guys. Thank you very much for coming along. Next stream is going to be next week, probably around the same time, depending on how my work goes. This stream was actually going to be run tomorrow, except Bloody my work decided to change my schedule at the last minute and made me available to be able to do this one. So yeah, here we are. We're getting it over and done with. So next stream will most likely be same time next week, same day. We'll see how we're going with content. We may or may not have another Piracy Ops video going out by then. We are working on a couple right now. It's just with the new stuff that we've been doing, plus with real life stuff getting in the way, and playing Star Citizen as well.
We've been doing more gaming than editing because of the fucking slam rush. I'll put it to you like that.
Yeah, like collecting content is probably the better term, Dobbs. Collecting content. As much content as we can collect. Because we're probably going to hit a fucking dry spell after the slam rush, because I'm quite confident that CIG is not going to introduce a temporary measure to keep the gameplay going. Need Mongrel Squad content? It's more addictive than Slam. Well, keep sharing with your friends. Share all our videos with your friends, because we're on the road to 10k. We're almost there. If you haven't done it yet, come join us on the Mongrel Squad public server. I'll grab the link for you now, but the link is in the description as well.
Cheaper and healthier. Cheaper? Fuck you mean cheaper?
In comparison to a Slam addiction, more than likely. So if you haven't come to our public gilded server yet, feel free to join us there. We've got a lot of channels there for discussing Star Citizen, piracy gameplay. That's also where our sister orgs live. All the links for them are in the description of this video as well. And if you want to suggest content for us to react to, there's channels for that there as well. So, on that note, I'm going to close off the stream for the night. Say bye, Dobbs.
Bye, everyone. Thank you very much.
And we'll catch us all next week. I hope you're all ready to finish off with some inspiring Star Citizen quotes.
Pyro 2021. Better watch out dropping knowledge bombs like that. Morph may try to get you nerfed. Jared, switch to red one. Enjoy the ride. Bounty must be collected. I do my research. Tesseract. Dirty griefers. And we're like, yeah, no shit, we know it's missing. Deleted by Knight Rider Sig. What the fuck is this guy doing? Everyone in Mongrel Squad. Entitlement processing. Torpedo burrito, loaded in the front, fired out the rear. Piracy isn't hard, Spectrum Dweller. What is this man doing? Answer the call. 2016. Torpedo burrito, loaded in the front, fired out the rear. What the fuck is this guy doing? Everyone in Mongrel Squad. And we're like, yeah, no shit, we know it's missing. What does a man do? What the fuck is this guy doing? Everyone in Mongrel Squad. We're on the road to Pyro. Red 1 Jared. Stole 2 ships, was rammed by someone taking off while watching players come and go from Port Olisar, and was shot in the face twice at Korea, Chris Roberts. Two weeks. Pyro 2020. Pyro 2021. I got killed by a fucking box, Agnes Lato 2021.